You be doing come on. I'm for be say 6 games to the end of the season there. I was a communia but kakra. FC they are still in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, 4th on the league table. Where do you stand in this? You be doing come on. GA Ghana Athletics. I suspending penny phobia. Penny back say there be one kasa three one you were born into no some kapa. The call Nyako John soon I training the Oka. But I'm on this someone a pay a bedroom come on. Amorim or United manager no if he say he's not a man for the job. He is not a man for the job. The number of games that we winning, the double draw, and the one lose and send for Manchester United manager. One more than who to two managers be a buy and also no buy across on mobile and a modern ball mobile. I'm sorry, I turn the Casacasangua, a Juman won't me. Ujiri say United, also Mamorim time and now. They be doing come on. But judging trade. But I'm paying for Tracy on my card while I ever consume no more. Isaac Kwesi Asempa Atrase Prince Uba Poko Brown and so Atrase and a Joel Shen and so Atrase pay for Mwako Abajumidi so ye ene and a pay.
Yeah, Joseph.
We can go yima.
I cried me the champagne musa.
Rango ya. Kazo
Oh, I cried for Emre.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Upon your post Emre, Ranting and Prince when you do a mona. Omiyam Ranting, I'm
Kuba, or Dampemusa.
So, Castle Dampemudia, and then you know, Kwan and Dampem.
The way you could be paid by
now, Ohene-Bampoe cross him with you, and a year the 57th birthday of Alan Green, the researcher.
Alan Ben.
Alan Green and Alan
56 and 57.
56.
57. The 57 birthday.
56.
No, 57.
Last year, no D, 55.
There be 56.
Who can some?
Last year, 56.
57.
Alan Green.
And then the 57th birthday.
PMC I don't know. Now what is saying? Alan,
it drew me baby. Yes, it is a PM immediate room baby.
We got a book already here. I was not super 56.
57.
Oh, I am age now. No, sir, last year 55.
Oh, 56. So me
Alan Bedia be 55.
It's when Diablo so.
Be 55. Alan Green will be at the page.
Alan. Okay,
he's such a fine man.
Okay, 3 years ago, me no ni nyina na trani wish Tamimu birthday.
Yes.
Sorry, answer no be sunny free so Robert. Na moni mu se na Alan birthday.
On na kra on kwankai.
Okay, ba wan
on few kra.
Anyway, birthday as me ya, message you men can you but ode
na kasagu microphone radio ni da hochi Ohene radio no e da hochi one kasa
radio so that can was because Charlie but yeah see how you go jojo now Charlie you
o jama radio
Prince, the only Chinabeka radio so.
It's a munu say how.
Yeah, bro. What it is so sad because why it is so happening? Why it is so?
I can't value the book. It was what to say.
Come back as a question.
I can't value. What to swear. I can't value.
Diminishing return.
I said, Ghanaian player on your contract to England. Yeah. What did you say? Who? Bayama Tamimu Issa.
Happy
birthday. Tamimu Issa. Happy birthday. You say we can eat here. O pren ho pa. Bre. Say United Tino.
Pa.
But we are very fine.
Amode. if I can sue United, I'll sue them.
They
are taking their fans through a roller coaster moment.
Emotional torture.
Yes.
Thursday, what do you want to say?
Yes.
Next Sunday,
See.
No, but Thursday,
no.
Thursday,
Come back.
No, Thursday, no, you're not.
Of course, you're excited. Well, yes.
It was about
yes.
This is the United. We didn't.
We are reminiscing 99. This is 99 spirits. But you are happy. You are
happy, man.
Obia, Metia, sorry them. And I'm who so Charlie Yabotu first half. And I'm you. And I'm so Papa B. I fed ye. You are me quack communion. And I'm you. Me for me phone. I'm in share. Me share 4-2 against United.
About communion will be at me, GB. Communion, Mrabia now be at me, GB. No, me body.
No, me na make
me body.
Oh, bisa question, mami yano.
Sasa unasema.
Oh, communion be at me, GB. Keke.
I said you be at me. First in dia.
Ram say first, ram say mrada.
Enyo bi a ende kwa no emra down say.
Honte pa.
Da bi no say honte. When the time so obi honte.
Wankasa. That is why my body.
Me some so me come as me nka say
No.
And some no can say emra bi nda ho na me say.
Oh, bisa question say. Afi si the emra na ho an.
Say emra na down.
Who you boni a? Person be
kokko. Me Anglican school. I mean me Orthodox. Yeah. My first association with them was me secondary school. In some my communion na.
Orthodox. Oh yeah.
Me Assemblies of God.
Assemblies of God.
Me Assemblies of God.
Praise Orthodox. Assemblies of God.
Pentecostal ni. Na Assemblies of God Pentecostal.
Assemblies enye
Pentecostal church. Pentecostal enye Orthodox. Inti those times say amokwa amo ye Orthodox for them say oh in there e be amakoye say inti amakoye say inti even at that time na discipline kakra wo ho but in there obi agibi.
Okay.
That is my worry.
Okay.
Good observation.
Yes. Good observation. But me sorry penny.
No, hold on. Good observation.
Hold on. Me sorry penny. Me serve communion. Me ankasa me dibi serve bi. Enti me ma won tena ha na se wo meka se obi asen. Eye wo nipa no wo a ukwa
asem ya okohu ntintini asoro so ya
wo na ukwa untimi
one day prince selo meni o
wo na ukwa untimi kwaje usu ene wo banti ukwa untimi nje banu ntina wo obi atimi di ko
obi asa na obekọ no azama usu ubesiu eye Man United
for emotional torture
no eye Man United fans no ene say wo si omo because every Man United fan who thought that they could based on form no omo wo mu no o metumi ahye Wolves no ono ankasa no is a harm unto himself.
No, even not even Old Trafford.
What are you? That time Wolves are 17.
Wolves are real. No, see Wolves are real. Wolves are real. But we share the last 5 games. Momentum now we build no. See, United, the only reason why they were able to beat Lyon was the red card.
Oh boy.
The way red card.
Yes, no. The way those 2 goals came. The way it was not the red card.
It was the red card.
It was not the red card.
It was the red card.
Obe block it.
Yes.
Obe block it.
Because in Kasa
Obe block it.
Obe
block it.
Unblock it.
Obe den obe block it. Pe highlight no you. Obe den obe block it. Okay, nti Leon ni
worship no and ye be shase no and inshire nimre. So when we share president worship no
Mama shase Ohene. Unse me pacho me ne owura Prosper na Togun eye amano ewa ha. Prosper na Togun.
We amano.
Ye amano eno no eye Latin eye man to man me ne no kasa man to man.
Okay.
Na matiti te se o kansase ono anu jai kotoko no even before nations game no kra no aka kire o mo se because we atete se kotokofo no ni coaches bi akasa nti no ono anu ko mepacho omo ebe Prosper minimum se onipa ba ko a oben ne pa okay bu de nipa no mpo me mu ni di me pese me de ne beba sa asem mu Ohene omo
focus na oka kan everybody knows
my pese me di ni di beba mu ba me pese asem we me di ni di beba
it's more like his PA.
Yes.
Omo ne nkasa Ohene omo isi sa ne attitude sa de na say me obo nana maza ne sacking ways based on performance.
Sure.
Purely based on performance. Obetimi aka asema mekan ase oni players ni bi odidi o matem o kan semba sabasa chon players ni bi buafu. Obetimi anumpo de ye trivial anumpo de edanchen. Eye na nka resource ni koyi a anka yade a obetimi overlook sa asem no. Eye purely on performance and coach Ogum yen kan kire na ti ase se o performance 2 weeks ago na kotoko eneda league ni top me boa 2 weeks ago Tuesday ye betra ha na omo neda ho den na nei wa better fourth 6 points Gold Stars Essen kotoko 6 points
because in 4 games 12 possible points no
when you 2
is it 6 points?
yes
some lose over the weekend
so kotoko san lose it was 4 kotoko lose
because we were on the same points and lose to
back to back defeat what conceded 5 goals without scoring. And these are
so between Nations and Gold Stars 2 points.
2 points.
But between Gold Stars and Kotoko 6 points.
6 points, Asempa. These are teams Joe relatively Kotoko winning with ease. Gold Stars, any Nations. Say ye will say
Nations there Kotoko Tumi almost since on bar.
No, but on his season Kotoko Peso G League or Peso Nations or Beshano.
Okay.
That's that. Now Accra Lions on Zway.
Well,
Bonnetre. In fact, that performance, you can even say so. Nations the empody and Kakra than Accra Lions game. 2 games back to back, 5 goals. Unshebi. 12 points. Joe, 12 points when you're 2 pay. Anywhere in the world, coach be a club be a bepamo. Aji Manchester United ni Amorimpe. Enti prosper. Mate se on Nkrofo kasa so because ahead of the Nations game now watete in the media space say Kotoko any coaches bi mu akasa Karim Zito money ade akasa enti no na man bufu yenti even before that game no kra no aka kire Kotoko company for say there's no proof of that. Coach Prosper Natogu. You can't prove that.
Oh, I don't think.
Oh, how? He can't prove that. The point is that what Juma Answeni was second coming way and Kotoko for no so eto Mara because me can want some ha. Say second coming emfa. Monsieur ebefa sa oka on ba betu ene we American say on ba beti esi akire akeke kan ho nsem a me kan say sa second coming ade no yade e wo football mu obi antimi break is ade no not even almighty Jose Mourinho. And you
he did.
Oh, really?
He did.
But it wasn't as the first one.
It
wasn't as dominant as the first.
Can Jose Mourinho first time at Chelsea now. Oh, the better second one. It's not up for debate. Any debate. It's not debate.
But he was not a failure.
But he was visually sacked.
But in the first time now, you say you're glorifying. Was he not sacked?
But can you compare the first?
No, but no. You said he was sacked.
I'm saying that his legendary status at
Chelsea was the first time,
not the second.
His name was written in gold the first time.
The second time, it'll be 3 years, 1 trophy.
Now then, you mukra Andras Villas Boas or me coach Chelsea. And Tianumpodia is not in. Me say second coming no. Obi antimi breaki e wo football mu.
Ancelotti breaki. Ancelotti's second coming at Real Madrid is greater than the first one. First one, 1 Champions League. Second one, 3 Champions League, right? 2 Champions League. Yeah.
We na nanka oye ne 3. Tebi abetimi di ama Carlo Ancelotti. Ba eba league no nso e. Copa del Rey no nso e.
We can't be on dominating league.
So you see, that's the Coach Ogum. Unya nanka abetana ewo Kotoko empanifo no oma take a bold decision. Ohene mete se na mpo matete se nkrofo kan be won so kan bi so anka 6 games aka ne de anka omunya no ohene 6 games no Kotoko nya coach bi no beginam no boni yi a obetimi ade 6 games no obetimi de age league no.
It's possible. Anyways,
Joe Brenya, I think that mame call the decision na Kotoko mpanifo take, I beg to differ, a wrong decision. Unless unless as Omo catcher say they've given up on the league. Say
or the other side of the coin is also true that they don't believe Ogum can win the league for them.
Yeah, but with 6 games to go, a been see that. With 6 games to go.
Oh, see, as about a Puppet, how many games to go?
First and second.
Second is in your
which one? 2009 then?
Yes.
Oh, 2009 about 11, 12 games to go. Second round man or buy. No, also buy. Second round man or buy.
Why, Puppet?
Yes.
The Puppet started the league.
Not started.
Puppet started.
Puppet.
But yeah, but we and Queen Herbert Ado, the late Herbert Ado, Omechi.
Yeah.
And they felt that Puppet should drop a point into want to win league anymore.
With us.
Then they brought in Ninoy as replacement for him. In fact, Ninoy was an assistant.
Yeah.
Then Ninoy continued the league and on the J. So it was, I think, about 7 games to go.
No,
I think it was about 7 games to go.
But because
that's why that league is still credited to
Puppet.
Because you never hear any other coach.
Yes,
No, if you don't remember that, it was Ninoy who
yes,
finished the league.
but the reason why I make it because the last time checking out it was because with 6 games, it means you've given up on the season.
No, I am saying that from the management point of view, because they are still in the FA Cup semi-final.
Yes.
Maybe from all the indications, they have firm belief that Ogun cannot deliver.
See,
It's not because they've given up. If they've given up, they have allowed them to continue. But if they watch the decline, they can tell that I'm just speculating. Your point could be true that Charlie at the end of that could be the possibility. But the possibility also is that your semi-final ball a year TNA. Can Ogun go past that hurdle? Over here decline, I'm not
with this decline, no.
Absolutely. He's not the man to do it. Over here, be a league now. 6 point goal start a bit much on, but can Ogum catch up? Maybe on my dream there be. For all you know, maybe the manager they've spoken to no, say no bar. He can tell these are just speculations. I'm not saying I am 100% right. May just be speculations. And the Joe also.
See, the reason why I make us say because this decision to sack Ogum. Yes, chef first round.
Yeah.
Kotoko about there 5 games now. No, winning game. Say if they wanted to pull the trigger, that was the time.
Yeah.
But now, with the new coach, now Yankees 6 games now, I can. Everything can happen.
Has room on back crowd against us.
Yes. Sir, and Ogum, based on what he has done, it means that has to do Tumi. Again,
records on the side.
Against Midiama, and so records on the side. So FA Cup no, and so and Usra, based on ne records, and Yanka say Ogum Oba Kotokon. Big teams no to normal. Adriana, House of Folk, Midiama. As good call. Sa big teams now because so omo to me hire them he's able to handle them. I'm not a big fan of him because of the management style and how he speaks. And a prince say watiti say or catch a year so ono kwano na well why not you say obey then obey judgment. If that is true, it means that he was dealing in bad faith. But at this particular point of the season, this particular time of the season, now, Saki coach with 6 games to go. Would you be bad? There is no guarantee. And we are discussing it here on Thursday that it is Ukwako signing, Ukwako for a player bar. Ewo about only bear 10% chance to say befa. And the chances of a coach crowd here are much more slim. Because in the Ghana Kotokono, coaches aba omen to many day omanye adwuma no. And Sisiana Ruben Amorim na ye can say Ochefa ne boy. In the Portuguese league, he had excelled to perfection. But Oba United then is emfa. Enti senkanon kombe to me at omobo na omo the new coach aba because So ukofa new coach no ba. Na eye bad results no etwaso saa na the pressure again will be that you have to sack him. Enka your boss season ni now we examine what happened in the season. Now what show say when they call, then you bring somebody to come and start preseason. And again, senana ye kase eye ogum watoto sa players na no to na ye ka wasem. Se new coach ba now I say a club no making as a policy. So ebia way anyway na yempe but ye ma signing but at this particular point 6 games oba there is no guarantee say befa and new coach na wode ne ba no sisi a ogum wapam ogum no ubetua de say utua ma no compensation wo san kofa fofraba na amfa na wo san eja ne kwan a ubese tua means club na I say debia no eka na yebo when they should have sacked ogum was way back in September, October. What you are 6 games na ye babebo a year season arena was say unless maybe it was not a footballing decision. Because sometimes certain coaches are sacked not because of footballing decision. Thomas Tuchel was sacked because of the impasse between the ownership. Anyhow, they wanted him as a manager to be involved in the administrative business of the club. Say no na okoso obeze ebia ono players kontokwa sade na yede pame Jose Mourinho ni bi. But if it's footballing decision, yeah, I think that they've made the wrong decision and then they've given up on the league.
This reminds me of Spurs amokobo a Africa final pamo Mourinho.
Yes.
Kwasi
Ohene Maminde too in the
your interviews be
the first one related to football.
First one sports related.
No.
Football related.
Sports related.
Okay.
But important that once you hear the say to make. I don't know. There's a culture. I started a ragana for more. Sebe I'm trying into a said you have a brave. I don't know whether you have seen how we treat cops in this country lately.
My home galam said the over the weekend.
Me see Emetayama Ohene.
Me nim the abba you see.
You see Ohene. The way
but health implications
Ohene, see no put an American EPA4 when you are see these kind of things it me create an outbreak of diseases most of these diseases a break out because ya na yentimi kure hu the source as ya ni efriba send there sebi a dead body be decompose na ye na be se kosi nipa na ma for din so ogu ne ho na mo peti na ma so ni nsem na mo de foforo galam say what is this and am ni ebusafo and you see some of these things eya mpenyi omo ebusafo so say e blame omo any omo ebusafo and how can you allow sebi with this year
na ye
say how no dignity. Ni egu audition ni ma say no please unjai sa Ohene mama nko second one so enche bia na boxing bout because so the Bukom boxing arena between success Nigeria and any Ghana ni ya both success na ku no ring ni Ohene
GBA for no say man kasi abu na ku no ring mu
okay ya bu na ku no ko hospital
I know say kanu.
Let me say abune kun but when we were ring moko hospital. Ohene. Ya hwe yi a na ya hwe antu Ghana boxers bi F4.
Ebu bi kun wo.
Anhwe a ya nti asem there. Over the weekend. Ye di Easter no. Hard Rock Hotel, Hard Rock. Oko Illinois, one of the Hard Rock Hotel, one of the top hotels. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Rockford, Illinois. Ohene Ghana near branch friend Richard Harrison Lati. Or heavyweight boxer or to America.
The soldier now.
Yeah, Richard Harrison Lati. And Oko America. So ko Edika Krabbe fee. Ohene. Only a branch friend Diante Pettigrew. And a kokonto kwan. Ohene, ya bona manke kuno. Ohene, ya bona manka ye kunu. He said doctors ekra ni mu ko dressing room so ni mu emia ne nim say akwa ne nka ye ku Harrison ring ni mo hene.
Oh no, the soldier is different. Where
yes.
So where they are knocking down in
round 2.
Round 2 they knocking down.
This is a 7th loss in 9 games.
Yeah,
no,
9 fights.
9 fights.
Yeah. This is different. The soldier, them guys, the soldier issue now.
We in a 7th loss. When Kieku no hene.
But
yes,
you say are knocking it down in 7 fights.
Yes, I'm making. In his last 9 fights, he been knocked down 7 times.
A professional boxer.
Oh, he has been okay. Me see Hard Rock Cafe, nipe go up bebre. Nipa share bout no big bout, and I knew Ghanaians who had to drive very long distances to go and watch the fight. Serious or any? Someone check here. How can Ghana for no? Then they got a need no koko na idea. We are supporting no. Because we say in cry say match no ko wini.
Home support.
Ohene, kamu bona kamu kunu. Round 2. You say amo huno ice cream cake akra. Emma na and then so it match no. It's dangerous. We are heavyweight. You should be careful. You should be careful.
Who said I nyad the cry obetimi any name because it be a team sport.
Oh yes.
But boxing there,
tennis.
Yes.
What's that? It will show. You see, a common new one. That's when we make idea. That's a 70 buy. No, a lot of people anywhere be break community.
Come do us in your boxing.
But now only when you man for your community. Your boxing there, it is even light.
Anyways, it is true. Because come to meet me, you be at the match.
Yes, I'm going to share a bomb. Only say bua. Not for shame. What do a lot of things for money? We can't man yet we dome a jumano. I will meme me a dome a juma. You could try India. Yes, or any. What me pay dear. Only me say ba say you. Say ba say you. And sa Indian ekunipa de bia ba tie be wa no manti yenka
ebubu omuda
because utwa o onim say sometimes say utwa ni say anu say ebu e so ko say India
so omo technical mo twa
yes
utwa ya kra no abijina no twa kra na fi ko bu ha no nti beto ni say
ni twa che wo me twa utwa me twa my me
juwe be onyi bida
oh say me obi ni say juwe bia at least my be kaka kra any so you better say your boxers no say now they are disgracing us too much.
Soldier so koji ni su over the weekend. Once na me wona some kapa me say me twen oba be do na mama.
Boxers they say I me come as man. Me very careful because me first problem pa me nya ejuma say boxer. Masem inti me Joshua Clotte
the ojane ko sha ko
inti me very say me ka boxers was man ya na me dead o was because some stormy her a truck load of boys inti yes we just say if they see that they're not fit for
can GBA for asede kese in all of this because almost sanction some of these fights now in situation have big boxes. Ebe kobet imamu lines some because it's kasemunti. Okay, personal woman 5,000 pounds, 10,000 pounds. It's car. Enti imamu.
Uni issue no. Ye bo ebia 10,000 pounds. Wa convert it.
It's car.
Yeah, because even there, even in the UK, 10,000 pounds is a lot of money. Inti o convert to a pet. Na wa mana nkwa na eya issue.
Oh, my try home right. Ba near family on Instagram no. You be see
This is the home of champions.
Charlie, today be my lucky day. I just download the Betika app for Google Play Store where I do some small deposits. No, boom, Betika dash me 100% free bet. Today, beeper. So me, I place my bet sharp. I no go door. As in, so make you no slack. Download the Betika app now and grab your free bet. Remember, terms and conditions apply.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below age 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Darling.
Yes.
Ye bedidi na meche angel cola. Me bread do. Obi fa angel cola drink. Na ni yonku eyi angel orange.
ana angel mango ɔsɛ me san pɛ de obi yie aka me de ho
sɛ obi apɛ angel soft drinks ni nyinaa bi
ai daddy me say me penny na bi
Sister, wo dear mama angel peach, angel strawberry, and na angel cocktail. Actually, no my badge angel apple light.
What ye? A sunny of my dear. Miss Angel Cola, any angel orange, and a mania. I think and it's also from wifey. For us, Chastano, Ebesia. Never angel drinks in a room. Obianca and in Winnie. There was Sabaso Mono, no anum.
Annie, that's a massa. And no ano.
There be a sunny and no.
Angel Cola, the assemble. Angel drinks here. I don't call soft drinks beverages limited. And why? Who to do after one? 0244 83 22 86 and 050 78 78 668.
Angel drinks.
Taste like our day.
FDA, I
when I dey home and want something quick to chop, everything dey inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water. So kiss made easy, yo. Carry make for your office. Boarding house. Everything dey inside. Groundnut milk and sugar. I only
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we get. Polytank, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Ankasa. Always the best.
2025 Salah Food Fest. Fadama Zango, Alajo Zango, Mamobi Zango, Kaswa Zango, Nima Zango, Ashaiman Zango, Achimota, Medina, and Sabun Zango. Why and was in a biani ede. Pomodia, Munkamu Mumwe, Namumra Happy 98.9 FM. Our Asylum down. Number 4 registration forms. Namum Famuhusha 2025 Salah Food Fest. The biggest interzongo cooking competition. Mamikao, Sejumedi, Achedi Chintrente, Akakrakapa, and a Kahon. Ebiti say, home appliances, electrical gadgets, and a whooping cash. Bright. Na braba chese yon sanu etimibo. And mata cherema just say 2025 Solar Fest, your Zongo Fit Cook, Brother Betre, Happy FM, Nimdia, Happy FM, and Nijan Kwan. So Pentre Mubia, one day afraid to phone me 0542 019 643.
Everywhere you go, Biko. For the friends and the family, Biko. Big refreshing moment, Biko. For the kids and the adults, Biko. Boys and girls with a drink of Biko. Everywhere the party day, Biko. We go mash up the place with the Biko. Greatest in every battle, Biko. Biko. Big refreshing moments.
Bigo drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Preview.
Ejadem. Joel Shanai Kadode, a yaman in Semino Ebre. Joel Yanko.
All right, and Tiensha Samna say Joel Shan and I would in K9 Farmer and Seven Embroa. na mi remu NBA playoffs no games na course no Houston Rockets etna Toyota Center omne Golden State Warriors ekoye 85 against 95 first leg no sa results no and a PM Steph Curry enya 31 points and into return fixture no ebeba so on the 24th of April 1 a.m. and a sa game ebeba so Madison Square Garden New York Knicks and so Edincho against Detroit Pistons and also second leg no ebeba so na first leg na kasa no New York Knicks and so ewini 123 against 122 ye Rome na yako the third series no na ye betumi enya esa results no Bull Arena and so Denver Nuggets and so etna ho ML Los Angeles Clippers and so ekoshomo 105 against 102 first leg no and so echo Edema and Denver Nuggets sa game no and so I tied yes say the next air series no and so ebeba so na and I want to be eba so over the weekend na I'm Madrid for any agie pa if you say Arsenal for I'm Madrid for omo era who ye papa nemo Loris Awards na course on the 25 edition no best club of air 2024 ekoma Edema Real Madrid award no Luka Modric and Danny Carvajal and then penny for etam award Edema World Air Sportsman of the Year Asempa Abrant Nadam for Pano no Mundo Air Duplantis and an Ensa Ekansa award no Sanso and the sporting icon of the year Echo Edema Rafael Nadal Simone Biles of the United States of America Enso Enya the sportswoman of the year Rebecca Andrade Enya the comeback of the year and I feel Lamine Yamal Enso Enya the breakthrough award of the year Mede sansem no the air to air winning na minromu ewo other sports kakra no na minromu ewo tennis WTA Porsche 500 clay no Stuttgart German edition no memfa ehon sam so ento anima Jelena Ostepando a ofri love the any arena Sabalanka Belarus and so the senior game no ebe we no na akoye 6-6 against 4-1 enti elho na mire ensem no na arena Sabalanka so yekobisa no se game no ohun say and odi to dwa say obo ababawa e friend Jelena Abaso efri say o man competition ye pa ono so obo na Abaso eho and afrey Jelena Ostepando so yebisa no and say game no ono so ehun say na ensem odi to central for and him say odo bi ase na game odo and boy na onim say arena great air player ono so oman air competition pa ho eno ensama eno so eba so na yenkotie ensama Jelena Ostepando enso edetudwa.
I want to congratulate Helena and her team on a great week. You played really great this week, and yeah, you were a better player today than me. That's all about it. So, well done. Enjoy driving this beautiful car. Well, I'm glad I can afford this car. So you know what? Like after this final, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna order one because I guess this is the only way for me. Of course, Marcus, Anke, thank you so much for making me feel like home. And yeah, I always have fun week here. It's because of you. We always have a laugh and have a good time. And thank you so much. And congrats on 20-year anniversary, I believe. Yeah, come on. We can give some...
Eno sama arena Sabalanka editudwa. Nemo yenkotie ababawa Jelena Ostepanku enso nsemo editudwa. Inti yatwa ensem no so na endra games bi etodwa na Tottenham Hotspur etna fie ema Nottingham Forest ekotwa mu economy no omutimu bako abrante from Elliot Anderson and Chris Wood and ya 2 goals no edema Nottingham Forest and Richarlison enya the consolation goal edema Tottenham Hotspur eno ene kobisa Angie Airport Skoglu say 18 defeats eno penny with team no enya this season and some men ena woka actual fans if say Tottenham fans no omedwalai pa.
I don't say anything to the fans. The fans are disappointed. They're probably angry as we are as well. It's too many losses. I know that. I don't need to tell the fans anything. The fans clearly wouldn't be happy with our results, but neither am I and neither are the players. And from our perspective, it's something we need to accept responsibility that we've fallen short of the standards we need to have. But the flip side of that is the frustrating bit is it's not because of the way we're playing, because our football today, it's very similar to the Frankfurt game here at home. It's another game we should have won.
we and Sama Angi Airport score goal 2 dwa. No Espirito Santo and so Edin Kodim 2-1. And the two just said they are in a fight of their lives. And to call Mokono, Obi no more chance, said Northern Forest, able to me Edu Radio Meduno.
We are in a fight that nobody expects us, a fight that we want to compete, that we are involved on it. There's so much football to be played, so much football to be played. But we are on that, and the players' wish and the commitment of the players, it's huge.
And Sama no Espirito Santo Eddie 2 dwa. And again back over to dwa Etihad Stadium, Manchester City and Aston Villa and Bebo and Ebisa Pep Guardiola. So Villa game no Villa no omo how ye pa afi uye Villa only Wolves and Southampton Ebebo and a Pepsi and fan to just say games na aka Edward Manchester City ni no final games.
And after Aston Villa will be the game against Wolves, will be final again, Southampton, because every game counts. But, it's a contender to qualify for the Champions League, both games. And when you see the game against my friend Luis Enrique, PSG, wow, I was really, really impressed. They can play low block and play away, but when they decide to go with the weapons they have, the speed they have, the set pieces, incredible, well organized. We do not. It's a final, and we need our people because I think our people won the Champions League next season again, and hopefully can help us for the middle one. Don't wait. Sometimes we are sloppy. Sometimes we are not playing good. It's that now we need them. We need them desperately. To support us, to make noise and be in there all the time because it's a final. Absolutely, it's a final for us.
And so Pep Guardiola did 2 dwa. And Spain and so game back to dwa. Girona etina fi Emery Betis ekotwa kanwe so mutimu baako Abranti FN Johnny Cardoso etwatina Anthony and Francisco Roman Alcon Suarez Isco and so Jumedia omudi Edema Robertis no omama team no ne modembo konkan pa na enen so games me no beto dwa La Liga no Valencia ebetina fi Mestalla and Espanyol and bebo and afi Estadio Luis Company so FC Barcelona bebo Real Mallorca and coach IFN Ansi Flick see fan to just say Mallorca no omo form no was through pa and afei omo omo were in a position to play in the Europa League and until Mallorca team omo emfa game no in the agrokwa.
I think they played really good season, so they also have the opportunity to play in the international for next season, the Euro. It will be a tough match. It's of course I know them. They're very experienced. They can defend very well, and also the transition what they're making it's good. And this is one of the best set pieces team. They played it really well. So we have to be ready for that.
And sama Hansi the Flick any 2 dwa true and interpreter and championship no so ayara hosem aba unim say Ghana form musi akan edema Leicester City Jordan and Fatawi Sahaku almost teams no relegate aye share no say teams no more Premier League no mo ebetumi afa mrante mienu because the superstars no the championship and fatomo na results eba and say Ellen Road no Leeds United at Stoke City etwa ekanu nsia entumi antibia e silly qualification to air the Premier League. Sanso and a Tefmo and so Burnley at Sheffield United HM Academy no omo etimo baako omo so ometumi e dia qualified and a manager IFN Scott Parker ono and a manager Edema Leeds United edi 2 dwa as a qualification a omenya e dia back to the Premier League no. It means a lot to him.
It means everything really set on a mission at the start of this year to get promoted. Early on in the season there was a lot of ups and downs, and the journey what we've gone on really and where we currently are has been nothing short of incredible really. I think fundamentally just ultimately proud of a young group and a group of players here that have committed, give everything, followed instruction, and yeah, we got to the Premier League.
And summer Scott Parker edit 2 dwa na room our championship table na say NT after match day 44 Leeds United any Burnley na no we are tied with 94.8 na playoff no say because Sheffield United so miensa Sanso and Sunderland at the 4th position Bristol City etosunum and afe Frank Lampard's Coventry City and so etosunsiam Lampard ejuma wabo Coventry City no so any ye pa se abona baso na Luton Town they be aneka grass to grace almost story there grace to grass and kase say 3 seasons ago na omo the Premier League no ma sabi amno kase there omo ekọ relegation a championship omo kwekosi akan League 1 ma me the sansem no to you and obi ma me fa Saudi Arabia Grand Prix story no me fa ento dwa na men sorry dwumede ni so a table no say NT McLaren and so 188 points sanso and Mercedes etosu mienu 101 Red Bull 89 points Ferrari 78 and afa Haas and Aston Martin and so 20 and 10 na eno ekobisa Max Verstappen ono otuka na okofa different lane mu eno nti omoten 5 seconds deduction eno so yebisa na say sa deduction na eto dwa no ensame ena oka afa ho.
Is what it is. I think it's also better we don't talk about it because we are anyway not allowed to express our opinions on that. So the positives are, of course, that in the race, I think, we had quite good pace compared to Friday. We improved a lot because on Friday we were struggling a lot on the tires, and I surprised myself in that first stint. I didn't expect that we could actually pull away a little bit. On the hard tire, I have to say that it was probably a little bit more difficult. I had too much understeer in the car again, and then you can't really attack corners. But overall, still very good race for us.
And Sama Max Verstappen to Joanna driver standing to say NT Oscar Piastri all McLaren 99 points Lando Norris 89 points also McLaren Max Verstappen 87 points Red Bull 4 times world champion Sanso and George Russell 73 and so Mercedes also Otoso 9 now I'm more share Lewis Hamilton Otoso and so on over 31 points and it mean you know so now I'm for am 7 is
all right let's say Lewis Hamilton say Serena Williams no me train the ultimate Grand Slam title am train na the kwedi em say emma na as a similar story so na ekoso Lewis Hamilton career mu afibi sign no ebi ni adi last one enkoje ya pay stop say in some basasa and they won't be bi
we are going to open gebia open this guy we nkwa de menya gebia ba we nkwa na me pen is unya enu bi na atu no
ojiri ya de she say why ya
open we so register keke wo ohene why ya unya we dey me out
let me caso chiao
oh we chado but we chado the person Steven Steve or academy me chano pa and ma menchia
baby obetimi dey akofa
one no be fa in the one be fa
we do things to make it relatable so they say
practical example
yes say obi a relationship money eda near there so they can relate to it easily I always have to relate it to everyday life
relatable examples
exactly.
There's a school of thought say Amory about 22 games in the Premier League in Kwaha. We win 6 bet, lose 5, lose 11, about draw 5. A bit giddy say man time. A bit coming event cast their shadow. The idea 10 being was man. Meaning maybe a prince Ujina Amory, the Brava Boy United so far.
Ohene. Me face me face over mid-season is the reason why
now I don't see shows
say me is the reason why na me face coach your friend Ruva Nisra build some momentum with 4 games about 4 games as United interim manager or we need 3 or draw 1 enti sanka some momentum na manenfen complete season no nanka Ruben Amorim no oba sama there's a budget for him by any recruitment players are affecting the profile no because obviously players are Manchester United no even the best ones omo obi afa say omo yade ne mpo no omo huso and I say omo huso kra they not been consistent said the omo pese omo ye entinka manisa na omra start afresh with onuane profile players, onuane style of play, players a be fit into ne favorite back three no na nkonoa, but the owners no and I say current managers in the face say omo mane ba mid season obetimi aba beto so for them utietie the omo kanyina to them no this mid season ade we no enye ade a omo de be judge coach no. And I want to also I think say I share in that. I share in say until say obema ni sika so no afen ko market enkoto because players or the omo boy players are most of them Eric Ten Hag and a tall. Most of them Eric Ten Hag and a tall. Enti bibia kyerɛ sɛ the coach ni kyerɛ omo no enya de omo te ase. Enti enya de a obetimi enya sa results no. But Ohene, having said that no. Say we bought 22 games. No we win 6. E lose 11. About draw 5 there enye. You see, Manchester United at least post Fergie where you the bepamo.
Results in the
enye ebia
11 losses so far in the league.
Europe no na jabe wa boss 10 games so say bibia on lose bi.
Yeah.
Enti no de obetimi akase o okay aha no de and even coach no po admit say officers say they have just let go league because the only route to baby omo person omo kono and Europa no.
Rephrase your statement. They have to let go of the league in any.
No, me can say omo ntimi nya hwi baby omo be
but that is
okay.
Yes.
That's what they have control.
League, no, they don't have.
You have to let go of the
league in
it. You not be relegated.
League in
Europe. So
league the relegation.
And
some avoid it. So avoid the relegation.
Prince, the sad part now will take him. If Kai is not taken, United might finish the season 16th or unco relegation. But a club no status no. Because at this point,
but let him land.
No, but Joe, even I don't know who cares about no. Most Manchester United, what they care is that next season they will be in the Premier League.
So for a lot of them, they've given up on the league.
No, just let go. Everybody in Manchester, any say, look, and only say, Yenya Willie Graham, onya way to work on United Wolves game this weekend. He was there and worked for the club.
Okay,
for United.
For United, yes. No, like ononkwa. And I say oni obi na ekwa.
So okoye juma.
Okoye juma nti ononkwa no beko okoye juma. So what I say. Obi anim and menene kasa osi look the mood Old Trafford no say omo bo league games it's like it's gone. Yenishia ebeka there's no joy in the league. Enunti na Europa game no. Say time na year 4-2 na nkrofo bi. In fact, only say ebi mu pie ye ekoye. On some say penalty na bama Bruno Fernandes ashansana ebi mu kura bebi mu po de omo koye kura ansanti de see Old Trafford on Thursday no ebi mu supporters ni bi omo tua sika ekoye omo ehu. So the league and I said the season, the Premier League season, you know, let's forget about it. The only way to the top say Europa on betimi afa ho na baby on pese omudu no omudi edu. And no pe any betimi aboa even Ruben Amorim na nkasa. Because one more Champions League, Europa umobi, Conference League umobi. What kind of players ena obinya? Unless players are look, omo person omo Emma Manchester United. And you see, makasemu most Manchester players about Manchester United after Fergie, they all come because of the money. Sikanti na omo ba. Bebrena yenim say na football sika. Of course, player be a movie because of sika. But unlike Kanina, even if you are not in Europe, ubebenya players be a omo de on pese ye ba bebo because one way or the other ye per club no the oma ye pain enti we associate with the club enti ye ba bebo enei unya ne sa and every top European player or person or Champions League. What man a Champions League or person be a or Europa be. And that is the issue. Confront to that. And this idea and can a performance now what done a dinner Sako.
Okay. Kwasi.
When United a year so Kufa Amorim, I was clear.
Very, very clear.
And me most of the time I make say me can simply go amuncha. Until I put some question and I'm a ball. Yes. I said that he was not going to fail. And what was my premise? My premise was that United team, it is not about spending, no.
Because they spend.
But we not spend a lot of money
at United.
Yes. Ten Hag, yeah. Pam the good and massive. Do you know he spent £600 million on players? Is that small money? You see, I always say something, Ohene. It is not about, say, Prince Eklemi say, next year, or my pamphlet, na mama, Amorim, Skason Kojum Koto players in Bra.
No, Pamomunina, or yet then Pamomunina.
They do not have
okay, Pam to do
no, be Elumpo can't guarantee.
Okay, Prince. Okay, so let's do this exercise. Mutimi, which player do you think will stay and the next season to become mainstays in the team? I'm very regular positions in the team.
You see, offered. Let's just do offered. I mean to me, but any day, no.
The only player who United for if you go to the timeline, Bruno Fernandes.
Asa
and Obiaye, so the only exceptional player in this.
No, but you can't say the first team players in Ohono. Who you Bruno Nkwansinche Obi are cut off of rubbish.
Okay, so let's do that exercise. So for you,
what it means that it may not happen in one transfer window.
Yes.
You may need close to 4 transfer windows. But the point is that one thing a year by the 4th transfer window.
Now coach ni hobby him.
And coach ni put now players na yekano omunyina akọ.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you are looking at just one season.
Yes.
But the next season all of them omunyina akọ.
Look, me sure say Rubina Amorim. Sama Ombema is Kakra top players more than 5.
So 5 depending on players. No. So for instance, if your budget is 200 million for the window.
Yes.
Now spend 100 million on one player.
One player.
It means that you won't get 5
million. You won't 5.
Yes.
But like a Pep strategy, over 60 million.
Yes.
40 million.
And no over Champions League.
That is what United cannot get.
Yes.
United team, what the United fans want. And 40 million, 50 million players. The kind of players are United for Peno.
Already made players.
Go carries more 100 million.
Okay.
Top players 100, 120.
There be
coach.
But coach
let me land.
Coach when you Obia.
Who's the Uncle Sporting Speed? Who team Nimbra? Do you think that Sporting CP? From whole team number. Do give it 20 million, 30 million.
Who allow you?
Example. And I mean, go carries no. In Dokofana, who nyanu 60. Because no so Arsenal.
Inti ono onye 100 million player.
Yes. Why is he?
He's not 100 million.
No, he's saying.
Why is he
No, how is he?
He's not a Harry Kane. He's playing in the Portuguese league. It matters. It matters. It matters.
Enzo Fernandez was playing in the same Portuguese league.
Yes, and I went on 120. Enzo 120. No, so wow.
Enzo Fernandez. No, walk up.
But don't also forget that.
No, walk up.
Strikers a dying breed. He's
the last of the dying breed.
No,
he's the last of the dying breed.
You don't get quality now on because in Europe, how many players and the goals? No.
Ofri Italian league be and I say the Spanish league bimpo and eba. And our man, Portuguese league.
No, as a member. Points now.
It's not 100 million.
Points now making. I don't agree.
He's not even an 80 million striker.
In Europe.
The buyout clause is saying.
No, I'm not checking.
As some now all can say, but in Europe, the whole teams are more players, commanding huge transfer fees. Portugal. To me check in the last decade, teams on Maton league raise from transfers. Nobody beat the Portuguese league. And normal players, no boarding.
na ya Felix brother ka to mo say
omo players no Portuguese league no we PSG
Down Neves
ne Ramos guys omo ton say Portuguese league no omo adwen say yenye say ye ton
de bia won ton
yes into ahwa omo players ni nyina Sporting Benfica Porto oko omo player ho a ye don
kom
into at the end of the day no wona on say they are not financially handicapped like Abia France.
What do you 120 ah? We are handicapped.
Ohene.
Unya handicap. You can manage for some time.
100 million. 100 million. Ba koto Eucharist. Free Portuguese League. Edenaba Premier League. Eno. The uncertainty crowd around him. Whether say oba obetimi abebono. And you break the bank for Hurricane. No,
so so two different conversations. So for instance, when it comes to Arsenal, it's a conversation between Isaac and Gukaris.
Yes.
I'm going to say,
go buy
pay 120 for
Isaac because he's improving the Premier League.
So it's a conversation for different matters.
That's the conversation.
It doesn't mean that Gukaris is not worth 100 million. No.
Of course.
Or the club selling will not quote the 100 million.
Of course.
For the club,
the squad. He scored how many goals in the Champions League? About 8.
Yeah.
Oman qualify out of their group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see, these figures, it give him a man some way be
born now, born this weekend. Go south. See, already no Ohene. Me, go carry me. You know the kind of strikers I mean, pay actually strikers.
Yeah.
Me actually strikers. Me actually.
Titanabo, Inzaghi, Filippo Inzaghi.
Go carry. Oh, yes, our strikers ni bi.
On the board.
Ankasa. It is no fluke.
But you see, it will even be in his interest.
No, but even
it will be in his interest. South Arsenal to me, and matches Sporting.
He wants to come.
In fact, he needs to go to Arsenal.
In fact,
player
he may be an early
transfer signing.
Because the boy himself has seen the project and he sees that Merino Bonya striker be now so I say is good. Onu Bonya how many goals have us
player ya kan ho asem yi say oba Arsenal obehye ye hu no e wo
Euros
enye Euros ye hu no wo adana sesi afri mitem baby Angie Postecoglou every buy league here there be league
Scotland.
Yeah, who knows Scottish league?
But
he's struggling in the
no,
Scottish
he didn't. He was not that bad.
How many goals? In the Scottish?
He had double figures.
Scottish league. How many teams in the Scottish Premier League?
That's so there are not many.
12.
There are not many.
At that time, I'm afraid that
how many seasons are some
Prince.
We are not talking about 4 seasons are some
the point is that
even there when to me I'm more
if you see no this ain't no after no
no
if you look at
no free Germany and say no call
I work today is 24 or
so the point is that if he's a striker every team would want.
Yes,
it is whether you can afford him or he fits your overall plan. But the point is that the ball there.
But goals now, yes. But goals now, Oma or Porto no. So goals no, you might not get those goals.
We don't want him to come and score 44 for us. We want him to score 20.
Manchester be, and I say be a City be. It's different profile altogether.
By United, he will struggle.
He will struggle.
Arsenal, Manchester City, even at Chelsea, because this. Saturday, Sunday, game at Chelsea, Fulham boy. The number of chances Chelsea created, if he's not injured, teams not Liverpool, teams not create high number of chances. If he's not injured, he can give you 30.
My point is that United they spend. Their inability to perform is not because they don't spend. It's because almost spending. They don't spend well, and you see. You don't always have to buy the best players. That's what because United for the Muntie. You don't always have to buy the best players. Most of the time, to be successful, you need the right players. The right players have to give you the right balance. And we buy our team. And today, Marco 80 million. Now come buy and some Munjindi. My events and delete any Mazrai. What has been their performance? Until with the new look. Oh, Meba. What has been their impact? Meba. Okay, so they've been brilliant, right?
No.
So they've been brilliant.
They've not been.
Exactly.
The entire team they've not been.
Bring Meba.
It's the entire team.
So with
you bring good players into a bad team, it affects everyone.
So with Amorim.
But you expect that based on their quality, at least the way to improve the team.
Of course.
In their respective
it's not
roles.
players. It's not players that improve teams. So it's managers that improve players and teams.
Since Fernandez Bayern, we've seen his impact on the team, even when the team is struggling. Or no, the
yes,
he's had rough patches.
Of course.
But
but when he came, the team was not struggling when he came. The team under Ole Fernandez Bayern was relatively stable. So it was not a struggling team. The team under Ole was a team now. But they were on a momentum.
Okay, my clarify way. Victor Guakares, Wambo Celtic. So a year 2021-2022 because the profile on board Celtic.
No, make
us
Scottish League.
On board Scottish League. Okay. So 2021-2022 no book Coventry City in the championship. About 45 games, SS 17 goals.
Yeah. That's a good return.
2022-2023, about 49 goals, SS 49 games, SS 21 goals.
That was the rise.
Yes, and on the sport. The first season at Sport,
98.9.
about 33 games, SS 29 goals.
So clearly, a player.
No, in the league. Figures now made them out in league and Kwan. Figures now made them out from the championship.
How many matches?
It's suggesting that.
And about how many matches in the Portuguese league? 30. Also about how many matches?
33.
That was first season.
That was the first season. 33. League.
I remember this because you have a 4-year documentary on him. Tama Sporting just almost City.
That's when
they released that documentary.
And this current season, so far about 29 games, was set 34 goals. And the Abrante,
we have scored more goals than the games he has played.
In the last 4 years, he goes up. And Usher teams now, Wabona, Obo Coventry, or more under 23, no, Wabo Swansea.
St. Pauli, England,
and Osaka Bebo. He was in a Brighton academy.
Yeah.
So he spent 2 years in the Brighton academy.
England.
And the parents club. Friends Broma program Sweden. Into academy time into Brighton and a bed developer. A Brighton kakra. And of course St. Pauli. And Coventry. Ecofano. So right from Coventry, Oriamun to the first team, no, he has never looked back. And because if he goes to Arsenal, the number of chances are Arsenal creating 20 goals minimum.
Joe, me time no see the amount.
Joe, because on can say you. You are in high.
This is about to go game in England you.
Joe, I can say so that
media. Who Jamia between Onene Alexander Isak.
Oh yes.
Nobody is doubting that. Isak it's becoming difficult because of Newcastle for stance.
Yes.
On it. It's not because
no.
Clearly
give them the money. You give them the money, he will come.
No, it's not always the case.
Newcastle to have money to spend.
For instance, they also have money to spend. They also have a project. And they probably may play in the Champions League, right?
Yes.
Or in Europe.
Yes.
You want to leave your best player to go when he can also compete in Europe. So, fine lines, fine details.
No, but the player also has a say.
But still has
in all this.
Yes,
of course.
But say can Newcastle and they come to me below match.
Oh yes.
But and then Newcastle no, because he's on around 200,000. Yeah. And can Newcastle they can't pay that one. No, I'm saying that around. Okay, I'll check it. But Ojekakra.
Yeah.
And Matisse Omsakra Manu improved a year contract with money.
Because say Arsenal is lacking around.
Yes, a burden. But between Omumi and no, Obiaube to me nyano, Nintem so, Guacares boy. But the performance also. Now, Obi Amorim say mano a chance no. we can't just say that, oh, give somebody chance when the person is not showing signs to say, oh man, a chance I befa. Nipa o ma a steady performance, ebia some glimpses be, a woman a better say, a bit to me, then I work and I say, and work. Now, the games now, I can't. Or say possible say Arsenal bet maybe a season in 5th.
Sir, yeah. I don't bet maybe a season in 5th.
We share the number of points now, I can't. Any a year points gap between
Arsenal be really
no, I'm saying that it's possible.
It's not possible. Do you know why? Because the top teams will have everything they said. For instance, Ochina City, Aston Villa. So it is likely they will drop. Some either City will win, Aston Villa will win, or they will play a draw. So fifth need it can't happen because they will play among themselves. And points will drop. Let's destroy it. Because it's not as if the clubs will not play there among themselves. So if you Arsenal should lose all the remaining games, all the clubs will also play among themselves.
You all can say matches na can you Arsenal be losing you know what kind of analysis is that?
One bet na anya analysis say
no na said them here no be by na said them here be by them here say be
by Ghana footy I mean turn them
on him I go Alhaji Ali Musa Plateau how much we be 4:30. No, I'm sorry, Salah now not framing. Yeah. It was he has not heard my concession speech. Okay. On the Liverpool. He has not heard. He texted me. I'll show you. And I say the league is not won. And once the league is not won, there is no way I can sit here and concede that Obi a winning league, you know, because me age kakra me nyame kakra, and I have seen things change.
So and you man on nefe. Ne buo ene said the entry nyinam kanea enti na krofo ani gye ho saa no say home appliances nko na opedia to Hisense na ufie be dawase Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa. Nanso, wo sike kura wo no. Na ye juice e na betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wo die, won mo a wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo e wo bra wo de emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betimi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wo do dwumabie a wo pese wo twen egun homa so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Why nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Freyen. Jingle, IVR, any voiceover production, Freyen, short and long film, Freyen. Your telephone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858. Ana se fi yechira kwan. Yewo Asylum Down, ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Onuaba onuabema. Waware mu nsem te sen. Enyoma akoyi. Ana wo hu ano wa bre ana wo ya paaba ana mpo se unnim obi a onene beka wa asem ene me wa asem de bi ma o every Saturday 12 April any Saturday bia from 6:30 p.m. ekopim 8 p.m. Shia Pastor Solomon Afari ene na pamfo a mo wonim die e wa aware mu nsem e wa Happy FM 98.9 a wodi dwumadi a yato ne din Young and Married Eddie Bro. Get practical advice, expert guidance, and real-life experiences. Ebe buao. Ama wawarie. Any relationship akoye. Wawarie ebe yi. Happy marriage. Happy life.
So switches and socket air hour and your baby. Bristol.
Yawo MCBs, main switches, distribution boxes, switches and sockets. Bristol, Emwa Hotoso, any Ohene-Bampoe, Ewanyara Monkaniansemu, Ewu Fie, office, any Wumfidi Jumamu, for Humabo Bristol. Now bring a high quality MCBs, main switches, Betimia Buawo, Amwa took Wanyana Mohwadeno Apetie. Yawo distribution boxes, Ebe Buawo, Amwa Timia Chumanyana Mohwadini ye. Afe, Yawo switches and sockets are Hudo Bibra, Wanyana, Jai, and Todianyano, Topapano, Papano and Bristol. Top Bristol, Nafadi Wanyana Mohwadenu Jumanyana. Bristol, powering the world safely and efficiently.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we did. Polytank, papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Always the best.
2025 Salah Food Fest. Fadama Zango, Alajo Zango, Mamo Bizango, Kaswa Zango, Nima Zango, Ashaiman Zango, Achimota, Medina, and Sabun Zango. Why and was in a bian ede, Bomadian, Munkamu Mumwe, Namumra Happy 98.9 FM. Our Asylum down. Number 4 registration forms. Namum Famu 2025 Salah Food Fest, the biggest interzongo cooking competition. Mamikao, Sejumedi, Achedi Chintrente, Akakrakapa, and a Kahon. Ebiti say, home appliances, electrical gadgets, and a whooping cash. Right. Now, Brabba Chesed Yon, Sanu Etimibo, and Mata Cherema. Just to say, 2025 Solar Fest, your Zongo Fit Cook, Brother Betre, Happy FM, Nimdia, Happy FM, and Nijan Kwan. So Pentre Mubia, one day afraid to phone me 0542 019 643. Emmanuel for Sopia Carodi or Memhan Semino, Brenya. Obra, young cry.
That's say, a brass so see a ramu, Yamaimun Samawa. Yetimi Abuano, the mum coaches near the action on your time and yenina, and the etino air day and the Ekoswa, a year calf, a year youths, a year tournament, no, any a bebo modena for yetimi room to dwana, and then summer course on the Yabamade, editing also, etimi a P. Kumasia Santekodok, of course, or my party ways with Omo coach and friend of Prosper Harrison. Prosper Ogum, Nati, and they 1 8 me eba, it would be so modern fe in your bread, and my make I would say hi sensei. Make a choice, Biaba Kwa, electronic appliances, a use of few dear. At that sonko, now a patch of Tonswa, obey me on sense you put some few numia chain, and Yadia home touch man, and few numuno, and won't touch macro, bet me a Janaswaka say, oh, on measure up wow, and no a year, high sense for, and Kwan and Mouse, and a patch of so open freezers, and I say, and they open PVT microwaves, and I'm a patch of, and they copper refrigerators, I hold away, papa, bet me a boanino, but what in a common, as you and I feel Sufia Biana. Use electronic and I say impo electricity biano or betia yama. Okwa TVs are on a nay a timia bias on 5K near Diano and no crescent say a bohona or shany because the nipano what to an impe as a shall credit or Nina high sense and Sano Juma Papa and nay or te me at the abejaso. Misawa and Kaha Okwa Mahia Behum Bachuna to do La Paz, me Pachona Sieno, Ebi or Sanso and Alcoco Piemu, Ewo air broadcasting so on Sabitianka West Hill Small, who bet me a home who could do Kumasi so and Wakai, so Kumasi City More, a doom post office or an affair him bro, no Sunyano, was here no so Bomade in a call a Sunyai main station on Kasabet me a woman's also and a Pacho Techiman and a face of Boise, Hohoi, Ne and Crans and Inano, who sabet me a comoa in the high sense dear, or more beer or more biano, or bo rama or showroom or no crescem set and Yama air cost ye park. I national social media no so, and they on my crowd or wha, me pa cho se fa ne se ene person hwe ne ma bi fa omo a ukọ social media Facebook a ubo Hisense abehum so na akọ Instagram na empo no YouTube ni ade ka ho nyina no na afi X ana se formally na yeta friend Twitter no me pa cho ukọ ope wetie hu omo ne ma ni nyina bomode ne tu anamon ekọ na Hisense na ebetimi aboa ama eniema etimi awie pay a me de ema ene anopa ye free sem na se be free ase ewo eye pa cho Ghana Football Association na aso ye na ewunim se o my Ghana na yetimi hosti Africa Youth Tony ene etimi so na senior high schools ahoro na afi schools ahoro ewo eye Africa no ye do mo bebo nenra and officially wo mutimi epa ho ntoma wo mudi komo pi no mo cheche ensemu pi eka dodo na etimi efa no kresem ne se okọ na occasion no eye very very nice pa said the omusi etimi bi ensem so na afi omutimi ehwehwehwe o ma amanfo anigi ye na wo mu papa eno ti no abrantia ye front no Asamoah Ghana former Black Stars player and of course enei or captain national team no yasai afa no say ambassador no etimi ekogina ho ena omuso Asamoah na say na wosi hu youth football no so ye kanche Ghana for any wiase nyina say ono supporting youth football no te se CAF Patrick Mochepe ne nkofo etimi eba say omo ede saade ne ba no nani ji pa sanse no ne nakoma so ade pa.
Definitely, it's going to help everybody, those different, talking about the referees, talking about... First of all, I would say good afternoon to you all. I have my colleagues around, the GFA, CAF representative, my legends around, journalists, protocol observed. Now back to your question. Honestly, I personally support grassroots football, and that is what I've been doing since I retired from the game. I did all kinds of sports, but of course everybody knows what and where I belong. That is football. So I like to try and help these kids. And when CAF brought this initiative, it's something it's heartwarming. It's something that Africa needs. And for me, football, you have to start from the foundation, and that's the foundation of football. At that age, I would say kudos to CAF, the president himself, Patrick Mochepe. He has done an incredible job. He's been doing it so well for African football. But this initiative is what I support, really. And I always tell them I'm 100% in supporting this. So Africa is blessed to have these kids, and we can't wait for the tournament to begin.
We and someone, baby jet Asamoah Gyan. Miranam kase abrantie we no the spirit was ro papa nyasem kita high spirit abrantie your friend no beka just farangini na yes onim say me dieta e she hono no nyasem keto asempa o kita bi wo ne ho papa na no na ni nyina chi no san wie no o che se o wono ogiri ye pass sadie we a ebekoso na se games na ebekoso no ebeboa youth no pa and what no so no o san ka che o say adesua enwunya education a key to life. Iti emrantia ne mfa ni nyina ehwe ne yie na afọ omo mani na so sa adesua no omo ma ne nka ho omo di agro ni nyina omo san sua de.
Definitely, it's going to help everybody, those different, talking about the referees, talking about coaches, and when they start right by now, by the time maybe 10 years to come, before they develop that experience to be able to exhibit it on the field, So it's a good initiative, and kudos to CAF, and well done to the president himself, Patrick Mochepe. They should. Education is the key. I went to the secondary school level, and I think they have the very good initiative to start well. So they should focus on the education well, and then the talent. Of course, they have the talent, and it follows later.
We and someone baby jet Asamoah Gyan timidi tudwa ajobayo eso timi ko pie dwumadi na se eno no so ede etudwa no wa kire se wagiri ye pa se ebrebia na ya mema agudie nsem nso this time CAF etimi akai grassroots football no watimi afrase ede afri emma nyina ede fra wose eyade kese pa ya office ebetimi aboa ama ma football no etimi akoso se nkomo omunhya asese no omunya ne se ya nkomo development timi ko enimpa ajobayo enso nsem ni.
yɛnya saa platform yi yɛstarte yɛnya sɛ yɛbɛdu akyirɛ na kafofoɔ ase sɛ ɔmotumi di wei so baa Ghana ɛboa yɛma a ɔmahyɛ ase ɛbɔ U15
de bia meka sɛ yɛ
ɛsɛ biribia yɛ a na ɔmo sɛ mmarima bɛafii deɛ de ma no aka wo nti megye di sɛ ɔmo blende mmaa ne mmarima no a yɛbɛdu akyiri ɛna wɔte mmaa no nso sɛsi a no with school no yɛbɛyi bia kɔ national team nti megye di sɛ ɔmo de aba no deɛ ɛbɛboa yɛ nyinaa ma akyi bi apiki players akɔ national team a ɛmmerɛ nea mɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kɔbɔ bɔɔl no ɔmo yi ɔmo akoma no nyinaa ɔmo tie nea coaches ne bɛka ɛna biribi ɛda ɔmo akoma so ɔmo mfa mpaebɔ ɛne hard work determination ɔmo bɛdu akyi.
We nsɛm a Adwoa Bayo one time African Player of the Year ball ne padie na ɔba otimi bɔbɔ gyina so abetasaki mu ne we mu no ɔmo fa ball a asɛ mɛma na ɛyɛ sɛ adwuma no ɛno nso nsɛm a otimi ɛde to dwa na ne nyina akyi no yɛsɛ ɔpani dware wia ne kyɛ sɛ nsuo asa LOC chairman ɔno a odi animu ɛhwɛ sɛ ene CAF African Schools Football Championship no betia akɔ so Gideon Fosu nso ɛde to dwa sɛ ogyiri yɛ pa sɛ ɔman no ayɛ krado ɛna afei nipa ɛwɔ mu nyina no ayɛ krado sɛ tournament we ɔmbɛtia hwɛ ama na timi akɔ yie.
This today means that we are ready, and with a lot of collaboration from the CAF operational team, I think that we have done a very good job and we are ready for the tournament. As for what it means to Ghana, I am sure that even you journalists standing here asking this question would understand that this is big for the country, especially for a country that believes in the development of youth football, and to have the CAF president and the CAF operational team decide to bring this year to Ghana, it means a lot to us already, and we can't wait to start the game.
We nsɛm a otimi ɛde to dwa ɛwɔ hɔ na yɛmfiri na yɛmmra Kumasi Asante Kotoko asoɛ nenei ɛnra yɛne nam hɔ a ne yɛhu so Prosper Ogum ɛnɛ okɔkɔ pie mu ɛwɔ Kotoko asoɛ a yɛde krataa bi aba abɔnten sɛ wobɛka akwasiara no Ghana Premier League no etimi ɛba so na ɛba so no kresem sɛ Kotoko di ncho ɛka mienu a watia simagye so in 2 matches no otimi ɛbɔ modern edi ncho na ɛno ade a na yɛ ɔmo yakora ne sɛ 2 matches waje 5 goals na watimi anhye bi na no ɛna eneyi otimi ekowura mu hɔ the last word Prosper Ogum after the match no asɛm a ɔka enie.
In back-to-back defeats are not the best, but then we, as a technical staff, we have to encourage the players, irrespective of what.
I don't know so. Only last week. I don't have any emotion. Last week. The last word on camp. Now, everyone no. I know pass na me bomb modern bank supporters no front. Baby abeseko. Chairman Kokwamponsa oni wants to see how we adwuma nkasa. And me bisa so, chairman. Enra ena me na mu ana me so officially mo de krata bia ba beto abante so enya de a mo betimi ni owura a friend Prosper Ogum adi ejuma na wote sa asem we no chairman boy nkomo say na sitie na uhunu no say eno so say wo hwe se de ne masi kwa na ye enough say Ogum ebeko because ono de okan from day one obaka ye nkomo de ono ye di adodo na no no ataaka no say wo hwe papa ni dwumadie no kresem ni say na onyi ni say enso otimi etena ho.
Supporters need but insurance nipa no ya man chance bebree no na duru ba bia o se yetimi transfer se wa yebi patron fa ento no nko nka se ye ni Bechem United ball ba bon tin be ka se in fact coach ni ntimi moaye players ni bi nsokra ntimi moaye ema club no troba se media for ni nya de o mo kanena ye supporters leaders ni so ye kan bi e wo mu no ya nhwe on be take action against ye sa club statement once a week prepare pen coach na ko transfer on continue so ni fa so mo trust statement no cry ba ko pe we as bi ani a o se ka no cry so coach we na ya mponsa time we see empam 13 players na ko fa 17 na ya mponsa transfer na so de bi ani o be ko na o ko ye buy 18 players ye mu bi ani edi wachi na supporters na impress no mo impress but ye kasa supporters kakra na omutiase eti me say IMC for no supporters leadership safu Jemfika ho commander Griffiths ka ho ya mensa trum ye nyina na ekoye meeting ana me ka say ye nyintum ne supporters ni nkasa ti hono
we and someone otimi to dwa na just supporters front no na kwehia eta ogumachia so players na be ye ni ade a beba bia drone de na enkoyi na no ache no na wo che se oh ni nyina ajimu no ohwe se de ne amasi kwa se nka kotoko bobo papa na omalusu kura nko omani beje na so we no omkura match ni mo mu hunu so eya na ha adwene eno na che se koku amponsanse sa de ni nyina no omtrase a eya na ha adwene pa
because kotoko team no uhwemu anieme bi wo ha untimi ntiase so hwe kotoko supporters the team no bo good football ni ehyen a yetiase o kotoko supporters nkwan supporters o mutiase mase o bo good football ni ehyen a yetiase yenya ye mo good football ye ko ball a 1-0 ukoka supporters ni sa na seche ma yahye apim plan so ba na mekan yi o am se da bi de ekono enkoye ye abonse free kick bia beda oni abo ahye 1-0 ni apon babo na ekono enkoye nti ade nso de kotoko no no krani nyame ni ba bi obi amfa na ni nhwe ni se e ka otumfo abon nya kaketu o sabusumi bia ni pa 6 billion e di tuaka hweska ye 44 billion enka ni ska no se fato players na still ni man koye uti kumase awudi areho ukwa awe nso awudi
say chairman Kwaku Amponsa ante ne ho ase kra na o se supporters no mo mani nye say bia ogumko na de hia ene so mbehwe se obi obeba bia o betimi aboa no amani dwumadie atimi akọ animu
mamu mani nye ye de say bia ogumko de bi enu de misremo mamu mani nye mu de na emom o se e transie ni e kan ho bomu ye because no mo de mo gidi say emu bi a supporters e be kan ho abom ni aye ba akon nipa uye die ya mfumso obi ho ye no no so ojina so obi mfumso na eye de bi mo ye kan ho mom na o mo a mpanifo do mbebe bia no ye nta wo mochi ni ekotoko ni mpija because me de me mo gidi pass entu pa say kotoko the goalkeeper say to enye di lodamo a ene sa Patrick Asiedu enye oh there be your players on betimi agina makotoko ama supporters yeni age
we and someone otimi editu edwa na yemfiri anano haso focus tena fie ene Karela Kwentipenko na eno ena supporters no omani nje kura na say no mo so e kire o mo nsemu
You know yourself, the coach is not deserved to coach us. Tell me, I don't know but I can't 15 years as a technical director. When I was a foot, the first season I can call it. And now, NSP party, then they say the bar league back. At the same time, whatever I have before league was players for the buy. Player when we make us a play, we play a good. And as a foot, the ball of one. Who that is Yaba Watara?
Stay win what? Why are you saying that? You want to laugh at me?
Your version. What is your version?
House cannot win the league.
It's a coaching problem. The coach is not good. I've said that from his very second game. He is not good. Technically, tactically, you don't see the coach's handwriting on the team. No formation, no tactics, no strategy, nothing. It's the boys who are just playing, kicking the ball around. The coach is not good.
I keep saying I can't talk. I don't know what exactly is happening to the team. Look at this match. We are not supposed to lose this match. We went to Tema, we lost, we dropped. We went to, what's the name said? The next match we dropped. Today too, we have dropped. I don't know. I'm lost of words. I don't even know what's wrong with the team. It's not, I can't say it's the coach, I can't say it's the players, because they are playing all right. The goals are not coming. And there are certain things I always say that has had some spirit. We went with spiritual aspect. That is worrying the team. Me, I always say that's a spiritual aspect. That's worrying the team.
Do you think the league title is gone?
It's gone. It's gone. We can't take the league.
We and someone with me added to a ja. Honti supporters no reaction no. And on Ohene-Bampoe nya sabkitu na coach no. Omo kasanchire no. Ebre mu odin no. Kotoko ne ha supporters no. Omo fire omu.
Wenye no fo. Cheze ne has kwa sisi omo nko. Oh wenye no fo. Na has na ye ni mo na.
Ayi phobia.
Bas stadium a touch committee ye adwuma na.
Touch committee ye adwuma.
Touch committee so magunu. Anka ye adwuma sanka.
I say Kotoko. See the tambaya mo time no.
I say mo time there. Say where the touch
yes. Enti Sunday city e ho memfa score lines no ento dwa minimum ball yan corner street on. All right, me da say na je say eno enso ehon nsem no na yenyina we so na afa yemfa ensem no esi baransa na mekokra no enei the Ghana Football Association o ma charge enkonfo bi na omosi Emmanuel Ano has been charged with the breach of IFAB law of the Ghana Football Association 2024-2025 edition. Following the Ghana Premier League match between Asante Kotoko and Nations, he is alleged to have displayed religious messages on his undergarment during the match. He has until Thursday, April 24, 2025, to respond to the charges. That is a nyasam keto abrantie no. Mo amu shegua, ama church ni ma bia hye mo jesi na se no. Na mo yie pie no mo hwe ne ye. Ese FIFA tia. Emra bi wo ho a na nsem bi wo ho a wo ka e bia a religious message ani kwa se common kofu bi.
Unim say the omo ye no. The FA is 100% right.
Yes.
But my only worry is say it appears that Neman Baby Hoa ye bu ni egu so okruma for a long time.
Yes.
Enti
as a pattern confordo.
Ye bu ni egu so. Enti as implementation no.
E ba na
you be accused of you being selective.
Yes. But I see it.
Oh say ya chance be a league, ya chance you say massa and the IFAB laws whatever regulations ye the year juma.
But when me crowd and say clubs no na etimi educate omo players ni ade ne sa.
Oh sir, I can show you about 5 tapes goalkeepers eyi that check cameras see omo pose
yes.
Players aye. Yeah. So and I can also understand because it looks as a year born nye emre bia na eri ejuma.
Yeah.
So what you make an yes. You bu na egu so. So for instance, because uko tournament and also call leagues elsewhere. Media stand.
Yes.
You provided internet facility.
Yes.
Uko team sheet ya print I'll come from Rem.
Yeah.
Ghana eri ejuma.
Debbie.
And the chile be say for years or the ejuma so find you be say people raise issues.
Yes, and then
because if I need ejuma for
media officers no media officers no go na waje.
Do you have internet?
Let him cry stadium here implement.
Na abekọ so na amanfo otro team sheet ne te say there afi no mo control social but
no, but the requirement is that you have to provide internet access.
Yes. Even for the I didn't even know that even for the photographers there should be internet access
for them to send their
live pictures.
Eseko.
Say ultra pictures no.
And it's still
or you American now or the laptop no also printing echo.
Yes.
And so internet how be say.
Ya ha no cry the internet no ko hop kro man ka so mun sheda ni bi na. Omo sama obi ho. But me wie no high sense. As a kitchen appliance promo no e koso na we die e refrigerator no nko a. Tie me. Ye ta friend of fridge. Enie ade a ne say save energy. A ball ho ban ema anyinam ahoden no ete so pa Ghana de obi age atum say de eboa na ti wanyinam ahoden so pa no e high sense fridge na onim ani jesam ne say see boys the kasa na omde aba na sempa mo say sleek single door operation e say we don suffer so say e smooth so ye trum kama pa na ubie so a edene handle na ebo ho oh no question so who did see them why a guy we are a branch and did see we a guy obane ba na se pass obane ni duane shaha na we shaha oh obaka so ani ate high sense for nkwa na ma osa kwanya no me ne wo ka say 28th of April ekosi 8 May o msi promotion so ko was average na so etidie esa wo ye ne se obro ma so ye okwa ye beti so say hwi ate so suppose say hwi ha ho nkotwa agya waju bia nkofa fridge bi free baby emesa omo anim guase e wo odofo anim bomode ne tu anam okọ saa mia we amebebo so amahia East Legon Accra Tudu and afi La Paz Bachona North Industrial Area and Ampacho Junction Mall Achimota Mall West Hills Mall and Ampacho Committee 1 ne Committee 25 nyina akọ abonwom kasoa Kisiman Bachona Broadcasting ni nyina no oho ukokumasi a City Mall Adum Post Office and afi Tafo Ahimbro no mo Tano so ankasa obetimi ahu omo ne omo mia bia omo showrooms no no pacho high sense ebeboa amanema awie pay
supérieur Happy Sports exceptionnel Happy Sports numéro 1.
Our special midday say 51 minutes past 10 a.m. My mentor de kana yemedi enkomo betika for some country say omo sempa edema wo de obeye anapa enu eni download the omo app no Play Store. We download the app there 100% free bets. Now we we DMB and our pay. Omo interface ne very friendly, user friendly pa umre ɛna wɔ locate deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ nyinaa no mbrɛ koraa na deɛ ɛde nie wonim sɛ ɔmo ɛyɛ betting ɛyɛ process no wohia smartphone ansa wabɛte wokita ɛyɛ yam phone kɔ bɛtumi atwa bet no bi ɛno nso dial *263# na watumi follow prompt no na wo nso watumi abɛte Gaming Commission of Ghana approve ɛyɛ dwumadi a mene wo ɛyɛ di ho nkɔmmɔ yi na wodi 18 years and above a mesrɛ wo betting deɛ memfa ho nhyɛ mu koraa enjoyment cola owiase nyinaa no ɛyɛ angel cola mesrɛ wo a angel ɛyɛ cola yi ɔmo varieties no bebree orange mango peach and apple lime Adonko soft drinks beverages limited no yabe dwama so kwaranom empenifo enso eno opedido to afrɛ on 0244832286 0507878668 na ni eni aye enkomo mamenka o se afi Ghana Beverage Awards no eba so na mesrewa obetumi ato aba ama favorite beverage say liquor of the year, beer of the year, water of the year tie die ni nyina no obetumi ato aba na and also called www.ghanabeverageawards.com and as a dial short code we never to abano *920 *207#. TNE pa chotu one of a vote *920 *207#. Now so etimi etoba eba at no extra cost to you. And also kwa no atoba no kama. In fact, like I say, Emma the Global Media Alliance company, somebody jumedi eba empowered. And also supported by Precision Management International, E-Production, Silverbird Cinemas, Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, Consumer Protection Agency, Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, Ghana Bartenders Guide, and a quick SMS, and X-Minga advertising, media partners, MX24, Happy FM, Business and Financial Times newspaper, YFM, NYDJ.com, YTV, Z Multimedia, and the new Finder. And a boy made you made a Bremonton motion and so and far and my soccer bet at a soccer chance about and they almost say ush ash no and a month for a child your journal door so if it's a one match I say or more bet the only bet any she said 10+ games now also near 1.3 or higher one match as I bet more scout trial your home and sign their more so the 100 cities in try you're more 300 cities 1,000 in try more 3,000 cities way dear bion and I'll pay can one sense like a crabby eka ehu ebien ma yentwa jumedi no eso Thursday we 24th of April Happy FM Happy on Wheels ba Malamata market enti ye current affairs team ni B Brown eni se fadam kwanu guys ni na etutu ye mfidie no de ba Malamata market nyom kwa na eba omne Ghana National Fire Service eba Ghana National Road Safety Authority so eba enti misrewa jumedi ehu hia enti bra kwese wo nyina no bra Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power. A Thursday way, 24th of April, and a Jumediano, a bus so intimation and so and far and ma yen. Because now, everyone was saying, I told ya, and a parent will be frame catch him say, Ogum, ye yin a Diana, sir, Monsieur Minya show, because these games are cast. Oh, no, and a papa, no, a family. No, and none a pa, and penny mammy. So 6 games are carried. What time? Say first one of the league, 5 games. Lose twice. So inedi. And Tibiana or 2 for San Fre. Now she plays the show Gumbio. Na say bibi wa omaka. And say most official statement about say on what time say who say.
Say because you have to Johnny no. Take a decision or 2 from France will be.
There be say when you 2 for to me because you go free part of management. I am soon about technical.
Yes.
So can be na ni yie no be dey aha nti omo wan ne ba management ten kan kwa no no say no management no na be take decision because now we wan say ogum yi na die ana mami komra
okay
mami komra o say usu bempa obi a wadi kutuyechi from the 80s abesi ne wonim kotoko achiro kotoko nya enne and the SED me say ade be ne won bebre senior anabe me wache ma akwa abadwumedi so
Medio so Ohene.
Bia bako de.
Onyame adaru am bi se musumo ho de.
Ya you are there che. But en no beto you say ye kotokoni ogum. Aware no o ma twemu no eye onwa.
Nye no nwa bebre. Adwuma se bi. Involve se baba be ya pamu at any point in time bia no. odwuma betima ball nti menye sure say ono ankasa no anyone and I'm the employers na yekotoko no any of supporters so yo mo ade a esiwo football adwuma mu firing and hiring of coaches ade a almost a routine thing there will be
When you check the results are in the last 4 games against Lions of Pandu 1-1, against Bechimo Kumasi 1-1, Aka Lions were Accra almost by 3-0, and Akoluzu to Nations or Brankase by 2-0. Obaka said decision way was informed based solely on a performance.
Well, me give say a could beyond results. Then can results no be so e dey apam no a. Me dey say there say come apam on sana. E dey crash second round na crash start. Obaka ya league ni start here no. Their first 5 matches. Now move winning matches they do baby. They numerous here. I think it started from Lagos City. I feel now win no name be cra. Then begin say there be so be pam no there. E there that result na from business so. E dey apam na so business no money continue enter but also sabre no so no na kotoko any pole position so ko win league afi na neasta
yeah
na begin say bi oho no begin say man tank aka nyenze but say begin say nema dey bienu ana amensa na akofa a breaking relationship number one say until 2 weeks ago na kotoko at the league table no top one na dodo no agidi say league bibia trese omomomo ni edin kakra bi on betimi e win league enti say dia na kakotoko David and the last 2-3 results you buy I mean sure senka ebe how mo be but because some of them said we were so close to retaining top position of the league and winning the league now within 2-3 matches no so I no virtually free on one side e dia no ka ho yaw ene ne dia atwam ene dia ne dia ekoso a yen nim as supporters ne media men ene ma omudina so mo yese because there were so many in the background relationship with players and starting as far back as I am concerned. Can say none so bad first one no I am concerned persona or coy no san by into. Then supporters many nipa omo team no ehodon. Omumu beche nimu to what percentage say omumu beche down the middle say 50-50 and I say omumu beche omumu 70% support to coach member and I say 70% 8 year. But there's surely division among Kotoko supporters and even I'm sure within the management network hierarchy of circles, as to whether say it was appropriate for him to come even the second time. If you're not in the division, so you'll be or no, homogen say, men say, class and the more. And you do about the and the wiki to educate me down so maybe these are politics, organizational issues that work team no one are contributed to the breaking the relationship between the coach and the management in the club.
For a bit more, 6 matches there, 6 matches are carried there. Also, Konkunyabo Trekakra, Nanko we season. Does this mean, say, not management as IMC no? Any GDA set 6 points down money a year goes as in Temuono, Ogum, award the competence of Betimi, Ediaji League na Ama warm, considering say semi-final of the FA Cup and other home war. Is it a vote of no confidence in him as a manager said, or Betimi at the corner?
Well, the fact say Jumano, they were free man. I say no what teaching would I say. Omuni GDA as to whether say management no a bit my change any about trauma no more receive a bit my results around. It's a different thing. I can't match is better than and so near you. It is okay kiss our risk no as manager. Now as management I say IMC maybe a name uncle India then pressure never about also. So I got Ogun Yeman and Trano and translate and call Kotoko management. You hardly hear anybody blaming management. They say your mama coach unlike said your house say Okawatara Obeka management.
Yeah.
In the case of Kotoko, that's what Muka Kotopa, they can't coach now, they can't coach them and try and call management. The dinner management would say good will not so far or more enjoy from supporters. So more managing you not say and you imagine say more. A track coach now about the management. The are not only one reason I'm doing the moment now so or yes or more Bemanako.
But dear Nasa, because just a few days ago, HappySports released a letter admonish supporters ne journalists wɔn mo kan nsɛm bi fa players ne coaches no ho na afei deɛ ɛbaeɛ a wɔn akɔ yi ne di.
saa lɛtɛ ne ban si na me tirim yɛ me na kakra na me dwen sɛ ɛyɛ ade a sports club mu ne political parties ne organizations bebree no wotete saa mfikyire sɛ ne bebree woka sɛ wobɛdini nyina akyi deɛ na ɛda bia ka bɛkɔ ntɔkwa anaasɛ da bia na wobɛissue statement da bia because there are all sort of rumors ebinom ɛfa management members ho ebi fa players ho ebi fa coach ho nti sɛ woka sɛ wobɛdi saa nneɛma no akyi bi a ɛyɛ da bia kasa tenten na ɛbɛgya wo na megye saa statement na ɛbaeɛ no ebi ɛba ntɛm dodoɔ anaasɛ ɛnya bia na ɛhia pii sɛ ɔsɛ kɔ ɔmɔde ba because ɛno akyi nyinaa no ɛna sɛsɛ because metie nsɛm a na kuma ase a ebinom blame even some of the players a ɔmo yɛ se players ɔmo yɛ se ame saa deɛ ne sɛ ɛnya deɛ a ɛyɛ a ne di akyi sɛ meti football team sɛ results nkɔ yie na wote sɛ supporters bi ka players ne bi nom nsa players ne bi tam ne bi yɛ se na sɛ wɛntimi a mo player kɔ ne gyina deɛ woyɛ ne sɛ wosɛe team no ɔhene mowɔ happy fm mowɔ ɛyɛ happy fm sɛ kuro but obiara wɔ ne din nti akyina yɛbɛka sɛ bi a happy fm sports team no baako akɔyɛ sɛ yɛammɔ nnipa koro gyina ɛstate from ɔhene Brenya ɛkɔ prince so Alan Green ne obi ɔka ho biara ɛso bi a na baako pɛ na ne yɛka ne ho asɛ nti sɛ woyɛ wild allegation among kuro bi a virtually sɛ nnipa baako na wodwen sɛ wɔyɛ saa de no a woka ne ho asɛm a everybody stands accused ɛba saa a ɛmmoa organizational growth ɛgyeɛ no de nam dwen sɛ management no saa statement no na ɛho nhyɛ dɛn but of course ɔmo de abɛwi na ɛho impact bi a ɛnya ayɛ bia and I'm not surprised I say media no koraa ne sporting public no ansoso saa statement no so ɛnɛ ɛde the other one a coach no departure na ɛde aba
6 games yi why na wosu sɛ I mean unya kunya to management ne fo a wo mo emfa ne mra na on Savage League no season no emfa ma wo mo.
Well, already there are rumors saying Matite former player coach Karim
Zito, yeah.
And another coach, executive there. Some of the media houses started rumors name who ever. Then chase management no. Esipo the Akate dia babontin say as soon as you do maba. But the real true no. Any period of the year, so we have too much expectation of new coach. No, not say near man India. It be already disappointed for nothing, because a BR resource, no, it goes beyond the competence as in terms of say tactical competence. And then there are issues for her. It's a coach for never. Not tactically, we good said now say underlying issues be over no. Undermine report offense a resource no. The finance of us are there no. A bit not find the one thing I know, and they say with this regime, and now contemporary regime, issues of set player salary, MI, in that baby, maybe and no, but in the there could be other things. Rumors of relationship between coach and said the choir on the players, maybe Casa, players maybe join the future almost as to whether the crown answer no claim. A more and they do baby as a players should be blind, and the other fire coaches. Because almost all the time, and the man the other one rumors are started back, and a coach need to say no to me a second near the coach. In the case of Ogun, a two things, a situation of him at one time being so powerful in the club, say, can't see players not at home and now there's also the situation say there are players who are so powerful, say, they can't see coaches at the family. Because remember, I said Ogun, 2 seasons are MSO Kotoko, 2 times or by virtually a total overhaul. This season, okay, last season here. Opamo players no do no and na they do no abeka ho dia crazy. Enti MSO power play no so Kotoko no fabric will also be too much. And then me say players need dia the job of kwan fra say na omo say dey go kwan pass. There be omo bi omo so bushiri because coach no ko.
So we can describe Ogum's second spell in one word. I can say saying.
Me this many one word there. But me didn't say Kotoko and Kasano. Oba nyina 2 terms oba yen. Na na time the end of some form of administration. You need full-time administration of Kotoko. Every time a coach a function. And me didn't say coach be oba we are function the same way as said the Ogun function. Na na our breast no. and another nipa be in and run kotoko. And they the same thing. Or by second time, or by as even a management member, head of technical team, and head coach, and sign a Trombe strategy, and in a free management, Ekofa, my sister, my leg, and Equasia, non by some way part of the technical team for supervising. It's Kotoko problem, Nankasadi, maybe you say, a unstable management, like Kotoko, and Seminaba. So, who fear the near Bushian penny, Adia Internet Bushian penny, Adia IMC Bushian penny, and Sadia Manua. We coach, what he said, yeah, and never be brave, ever touch him. Then can't say coach, maybe I know the fault. Personally, I've never even met Ogun before. I've only seen him from distance, and then Kasada. But Kotoko politics and minimum, and the history of Kotoko and minimum. And none see any structured management. Book of any player bar, the performance, in Ruby be O Cedro. Coach bar the performance in Ruby be O Cedro. Obio team in the performance in Ruby be O Cedro. Because management team, the good team, I'm running team. The digital one, competence levels, the do be an form. 2, scope of work at the Maomono. A blue nipa de you know an in Saint Jumaso. Kotoko, Ejumano, Sabe, a Apimejuma, and Yabako, and Apimejuma is a Juma, a required pretty much in many hands, even at the top level. And I not just empty hands. And so I would do no competence a bit my Juman. I'm not questioning the competence of Nippon Rani Kotoko, but Nippon yes. To the extent setting me to choir, be a head of finance and as accountant, and a team nenam. Maybe I am chairman, who could be or no any Numa, or Yana, and she don't need to be compared. It's your basa, and a team more confidence, players confidence, the way mobilizing resources at the 13 matches when the team is traveling, they're different. So, time be a but men's time. I'm old enough to see a friend saying, Yaberia, and since men's are mobile. The team was well structured. Obia, where you know, a team, at any time, point in time, the team move, an entire organization in the move. By the end, but it be a selection of session of circles will be normal core management. When I'm so many official position in management, you do a crowd back with the answer. So, into Kotoko problem fundamentally, structured management in you, and will be obeying the management. It's a problem. You cannot achieve your maximum if you are appointed in any way to come and find him.
Senior, and I'll be happy to for that. I'm just saying, maybe about a samba or a ginger. Senior, I say Usubempa, and I'm telling you, Eddie and Como and the biggest story in sports today. It's Prosper Teogum, and there's something called party ways. We had letter on the buyer now. Was very brief one. Me not transi, and we say quite in separate at that coach nasi for his services to the club. Because now will be Kasana a year.
That is one of the things that most of us don't do in real life, especially boys and girls, like relationship. When they realize that things are not working out, they keep saying, "Bon paye, a be ye." Everyone because if you are Brenya no more to be or violent towards you, also or whatever will be jai. Enjoy. For me, it is pretty much a very interesting situation between them. You see, say the number can I think it would have been the best. Yes. Then you can do a proper appreciation of his time with the club in the second coming way. They should have left him. But also, I feel that Kotoko for per se Omujina, the new manager bounce.
And they winning league.
Okay.
Because 6 games, they win your manager.
You in the last 4 games, Kotoko have not won.
Yeah.
They've drawn 2, they've lost 2. They drew 2, and then they came and lost the successive 2. Inti, they feel that so Omunya a new manager, the new manager bounce, able to make the new energy be Abba League name. Or the new energy be a bad league name na Abuama Kotoko me winning league and even the FA Cup because Kotoko from what I've heard is that signing Zito 2 years and they want to give him the target for him to win the double. That means he has to win the league and then he has to win the FA Cup.
Karim Zito.
Yes, Zito. say the target and they say he has to win the league. Oh yeah, do it by 6 points, and then
win the FA Cup and go to Africa.
You see, the reason they can't give him a target to win the league is that it's not in his hands now.
David. 6 points there, and
so if Gold Stars say we know games in Gold Stars are champions.
Yeah.
So we know games in so if you win all your games, it doesn't mean you have failed. You the new coach coming, we knew games in and if you want to win here. You've not met the target that they gave you, and you've not failed because there's another team on not winning the games in the winning league, you know. Yeah. So that one, ABA, they are hoping that Gold Stars they will drop some points and
nations
then
competition.
And nations won't near then, you know.
Nations behind Gold Stars by 2 points.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see how it will pan out. But for me, now I'm coming here and Kamuma. I was with you on Wednesday, last Wednesday.
Yeah.
You got your money, Accra Lions. A lot of them were not happy. A lot of the fans feel that the team didn't play well. In fact, that game, Accra Lions clinical, the scoreline would have been worse. But then it didn't happen that way. But I'm hoping that Kotoko, with the new coach at Orban, Roma League now are more excited. There will be a new energy back into. There will be a new energy back into the league, you know. So this is the second time he's come. I'm just hoping that Zito and Suede. Zito, they are a club legend, though. Yeah. About African club championship finals for the club. He's known. He knows the club inside out.
In fact, the return will be a very emotional one. Ebiana do not refi. Zito have issues with his arm. Akrofuku Chane sa. Whilst he was in Kotoko.
Yes. No, but
I will be refi.
No, Kofi.
No, Kofi no. I'm attacking no. Chane sa pa.
Theater.
And ti uhene sa we na nye mobile to the way so it will be very, very emotional for him to return. Whether he's the right man for the job now, I don't know.
For now, I think
I can't tell. But you
doubt, Anna.
I have my doubt.
Yeah, I don't doubt him. And
I don't doubt him.
I know. I mean, so obey me, Juman. See, I know that currently, Rwanda clubs be air tata and I said,
no, I don't doubt him as a coach.
Police for air tata.
But based on the structure in Kotoko now,
it be only effective.
Only effective. Because I don't think that winning the league in Ghana and elsewhere is solely technical. You need a complete machine behind you.
Sure.
I don't think that machine is very effective for Kotoko.
I am thinking, say, Kotoko person change is still in the technical team. Because Yapia will still remain. Johnny is weak. He will definitely leave. So they want somebody.
Johnny, I'm on phone name.
Sorry, Malik Jabel. The mean because per entire meetings or technical director stroke acting coach for now.
Okay. Karim
Zito. That is what I'm hearing. What it means, they say, because Yapia still on that management level, but almost for Johnny for a certain
Ombefano.
Karim, is it
Malik Jabel?
For that spell of time, say 1 year. No, say Papa ne bi omo into adwumadi ne so. Remember, Papa ne contract na nye beyond 1 year. So what you say? It is somebody way na be technical director. No say the acting coach. It means room ni na or the be operate. Amana ho. Na
okay. I want us to come to the Zito issue, but then deal with
Prosper, yes.
Obuka say the second spell where he was successful.
No. Ogun adwuma na no ye no. Media de bia meka so aka. Adwuma na no nim, but the first time no na Yamponsa play pivotal role in adwuma nim. Share Ogun team no the G League now. About 60% of the players na Yamponsa pay. Scout to go.
No, I think even when Ogun came, not recruitment, they were almost done.
Yes.
I think 2 players, even that was done before him.
60 to 80%.
In Bellani, in Fegi,
yes.
Urban, in fact, almost Shamo Dubai. No Ogun was around.
Yes.
But then negotiations not started.
And fully been on Mokofane Bayern. Those foreign players, no. Only it's our Brazilian, no. On a play, Sir rules in the foreign players are. Or suggesting
Fabio Gama.
Anyway, meaning now.
What said and money that done the
and I made just say the first time.
Cooking guy. Big guy.
That's Silva.
Nana Amponsa play role. I was scored nimpa. Iti Ogumbaye no. On almost 30 years no. Na as o my readily ripe for the action. You know here, and it's a ordinary technical instinct in the and I always say, but here every Michael Essien or Casimir was see players are more high profile teams. No, you don't coach them, you manage them and direct them. Said your person ubo game no catch them some penny see. Omono was our technical instinct no omo team omo board do level no. Yeah, I'll bet direct omo say penny say na penny be am pe say you bought one time quick. You move room 15 bia na me pese swinging balls no from left to right. Omo be yama. But coaching level here within 17 to you know omo share that more. Oh, your bobo say you kicking say at this level you be kicking say at this level trying to say and just say what I mean is at the time Ogun be fa kotoko no. Sa players no na omo nim di omo be ye dodo na. Na so de technical instinct in become more say na person partner person ekoni and they are successful. Fast forward, Edru baby between Ogum and na ya Amponsa na ntiase ni omontem. That is the moment in so Kotoko started a full time. So share a free bra omumienu no entem ye basa kakra no we nti we yas no. Sabre na players no so no. Ebre me can say because Edru baby a players no so omugina park om so o madwen. And Rocky Jamna na kaya na wasi coach bia ba e obi Brenya a player bia Brenya. It's at any point bia coach fufro bi obebe bia eboa obi. What it means they say players na e bia na ya Amponsa e de omo ba ya at a point no. No mo feel say de Ogum e na omo ye no so no. Enti ase bi nim. Enti they also have to relax. E de sade na koy. Waba bedru sam pepenso mi fi se papa no kenso sua ade free sa ade na e course one na Amponsa time no we your opportunity esake 22 players enye just players obeka so mo de money come from crowd etika season we no de so otimi kofa bofo akwa captain edeba okofa the best left back Elbrekum Chelsea ebaye okofa the best assistant the best goalkeeper every young apostles ebaye wakofa we so it virtually like say players are omunim ball ne bono unya most e team no this season who player that dey be to say your friend say Nkuku Blay yeah no Ghana Premier League no wabo abonie ehunu so in fact Kasafa baby a wadon kra legend because wabo league na che into onim de woye now was our goalkeepers Omoya tried and tested at a point Black Stars na or vie for position or it tells you say and so work beyond. Me catch a prince and maybe say Prosper and Timmy and for say team we any FA Cup and any Liga. Mimi who say we are there. Me catch a prince as him with that. And Sadia no see because the best players will be able to assemble this season so far team by team. Obi okwa German so a onya players are no more ready for the league no pa na air prosper and some players no so na edru baby no odo mo bo problem bi odo mo ba na team ni piki a na ase minim sa ahomaso bi e na eba ni mu said you omo a relationship ne tie no na e ba form na split e omo saade na yesa papa na ye ho adwuma adwuma no wabetena wate ase wabedu pepenso bi a we top notch but ni ego na ewo ni mu na wone boys no edidili no eno so ha no se ye mpamu players rofrofo ye pamu coaches change players betia boka ba bia do no like first na e ka benya coach say Omo kasa ni yi players call rough from there be anti say. Players say.
But even for him, Kwesini Prince, your first year, no.
Yes.
My players, bear 24.
13 first we would there no.
And now could be bad. I need
and has uncle pack.
And I see me chassis. We say be 17 or 22. A few more. And as I could buy. No manager what is short.
Yeah.
And the big job so because the player any idea or be say job say obi no betia say because players ni kono one tombio so many once the crowd
Debbie
e ka and on board first season no first season there oba na good way no ho and you be on be ya ma second season no me kran ka me ntia se but management unya management o mete wase
yes
and say ma
and now you came 5
there's no way out and you go back to the same management and convince them say a place na enya di ntini yema omunko na wotena no manager
but Ohene
yeah
na nka coach no se nka wotena impa anka obetimi after the season obetimi akọ management o say me ma wholesale players akọ
anka be anka be
your way me ba season way say
anka be
but I do know that a new coach with this crop of players 10 days around
yes oh yeah yes
yes
me say coach you know about 30% of them are your personality. Yes. Are your subai and how you
yes.
Because the people Ojawa tactics
on tie.
Because no problem so born phone now.
So
what I say ti onuano prosper ogum. Okaya first time okoye no. Ye kan sanse mu we wa. Na ye kotokofo Kotoko supporters ni bi so na ya mponsa ne se bio no nyo obia enti o onko is
omuade
say oyakola me se me makokumase emanka me ne yense ntrofo
so breaking news coming in Asante Kotoko confirming the Zito signing say Asante Kotoko is pleased to announce key changes to the club's technical leadership as part of an ongoing strategic restructuring. Yeah. Abdul Karim Zito has been appointed as the club's new technical director, a former player and a former head coach of Asante Kotoko. Coach Zito returns with vast experience.
Technical director stroke, you.
Debbie,
on one as a main coach.
Way official. I would say he's the new technical director. And that's what we would go with now.
So what it means is that Malik Jaber ni hobby.
Debbie. So, Prince Toaso.
Yes.
Let me go through it properly.
And Pacho.
And I'm saying Prince Usube.
Zito is currently the coach of the month.
Yes.
He's the current coach of the month.
Additionally, Prince Yausu has been appointed as assistant coach. Coach Ousu is a seasoned profile.
I'm your madam for Prince Ousu.
You'll call me Dima.
Of course, Sudan in our Abba. And the cleric comes the connection with
when we say also Honorable Collins Adumako.
Yes, Collins Adumako.
Former I think the last administration deputy minister let down MP Kumasi or baby. Was no a footballer. Only Bobo Papa. Yes, it's Coach Prince Coachino. So he's one of those old players under Coach Prince. I'm a talker. I don't remember. I'm a talker. Edema Coach Prince. He's a fine coach.
Yeah.
He's a fine coach.
Of course,
deputy
coach. Of course, deputy coach.
Deputy coach.
To who?
Assistant coach.
To who?
They didn't say. But also, so 3 points in the release. We are also pleased to confirm that Malik Jaber, Johnny now Kano, who has previously served as technical director, will now assume the role of technical advisor, providing strategic guidance to support the club's long-term projects. These appointments are part of Asante Kotoko's renewed commitment to building a strong visionary technical structure aimed at sustained competitive success. In 3 key things: Zito as a new technical director, Prince Yausu as assistant coach.
Zito now is a coach.
Assistant coach to who or Hene?
Zito now is a coach.
Because they say if there is no head coach,
there is Zito. That means Zito.
So what it
or possibly there will be an announcement of a head coach.
Maybe.
Because
maybe.
They would have written it here.
Yes. Maybe there will be an announcement. So what I say, maybe because
no, I think I missed it. Okay. He will also serve as acting head coach of the interim on an interim basis until a certain head coach is appointed. Acting.
Okay.
And Yao would be his assistant.
Okay. So mame mommy madam Foucault Tabaso. Ohene mame mona.
Yes, obey say obe friend on for. Yes, obey who's
me only minister. Say me friend no there be anyesa not here. No anyesa not here. Ono say me friend no na wan fa obi hu obe friend me ba. No, there be a relationship ohene. A relationship amene one no. Any person stand here but me say relationship amene one dey enya dey a bibia ebe society. My memo me madam for a coach Abdul Karim Zito, my memo number. So what it means is that dreams Kotoko abefa dreams coach e dey no kwa anesa. Enti dreams in sooner almost struggle kakrai.
Yeah.
But just that what Timia stabilize it.
They are on a very good run of form.
Yes, form pa coach Karim Zito and our turning around. It's good. It's good for Kotoko so that all by 6 games they said they're not same pair.
Only dreams in the contract.
Oh no more contract. Saying they will negotiate the terms of contract.
No,
they will negotiate the terms of contract.
Now, more contract and don't
say Kotoko Basse or Befre Karim Zito.
And this is not the first time I saw.
Yes.
Kaitama good fields a bar for Sikiakono. They are going to
be yes, Omaneko. Omaneko and Tianumpudi. Setana go fields.
I am dead sure that this will be worked at the very top.
Yes.
It will be between Kets and Kontobohia.
Yes, they will.
In fact, that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, so it's done. And Karim Zito to Kumase Asante Kotoko, former club player.
And I am posted we are, and then I Asante board we are about say Ogum out, Zito in. Target to win a double. Here we go again. Same old ambition. What will winning the double do for Asante Kotoko? Stop relying on Mensia from paying of bills and stop relying on the benevolence of some big men of the car giving out freebies. Time for change is now. And on also the way.
No, who change it then?
If you wait,
Nani Asante Abo.
Asante Kotoko.
If you know.
I tell me now.
Asante Oli.
No, I Asante Oli. Pacho, I Asante Oli.
Officially, I Asante Abo. All that crowd, I mean, that crowd. Never Asante Kotoko. Sano. Monfa my message nyema.
Media minimum as Asante Oli.
It is a for Asante Kotoko.
Me say minimum as Asante Oli and yenya
that dey yen no.
Minimum.
Market Square. Asante Kotoko.
Oye Asante Oli.
It was.
Nyame yadoma weekend o hen menene beba wait mu aba be ye jumadi
yeah, I also still commission because me na me dis adwuma na ma wo.
Sa.
Yeah.
Na se wan ka hwe ankyere me ye negotiate we me no negotiate we
mo nya na me gibi am ka kire wo
okay
na mama me ka me bi kire me ka bi kire me
Matias
o ko boga say Saturday na me na ma
na percentage
Matias I will pay homage not percentage I will pay homage
mama na the siege say ono send my time I drop here no send
my or the
X
okay or Tejumedi
next time me that's
enti ohene prosper you bet me aka ne SSS ene the oye or Kotoko any other I don't think say ne second stint we no anything to really talk about bibi eni ho a obeka ho asem isan say one sheda anye bibia first one in the Ultimate League second one we the first term the first year no ankoye second one obviously Kotoko.
Please let me ask a question. Do you think say Kwan Fasu Kotoko in the first spell no any rumors ne some nipa ka fa ho
na nye so babium
any ni return no
na nye so babium okaya oba mekan okaya yet show isu a na eba so obeba na me si o mibusa question obeye den And I say, unsu busa no be den there, then question me busa answer obey den because ohene okwanya ofa asoko no. So person yenka okwanya ofa asoko first one no. In a meeting, disregard in a kotoko meeting. Any said you on penifo bi kasa in fact okachina penifo bi say me why a PhD da. Unim how to sit in a PhD class. Sabio na we mu
na ya something boy their boss na yaw kotoko Olympics simple name was it there na yaw kotoko Olympics
okay kotoko Olympics
na yaw asante kotoko Olympics
simple name we fe kra
Jate mu chakra ne na kotoko na asante kotoko
oyini okan ya kire empanifo a na wo kotoko den okaya set time na nye said your more running and your son no more running. There was a board, there was a management. In fact, management ordinance such a bimoso. A catch on say, will make me a trewa dear. Will make me a trewa dear. Why your PhD depend? Emma ordinary school, tuning who a crank for. Oh, yeah, no, and no free meeting. Show disrespect to almost everybody in that meeting. And no, the coy. Ye waha, yes, or son baby. Because or no, any year. Coach hene ewo krom ha on nanim coach sin obia kotokofo no o ka semo a omuntie santa omutie a on be ka so we mu de omo kasa ke kae no say time no ena me ka sansem nyina me busa question so oba be ye den ena omo ne me ya adwen ne kae a kenei enye de wa ba be ye obviously ohene kojito wa be league no te say de asempa kae no eni kotokonsem bi league ni kotoko 70 the target abetimi e dia mana ne say target abetimi dia mana ne say onje FA Cup no enzito FA Cup 2 seasons ago ono na je league ono na je FA Cup or the dreams e FA Cup ye hu the or the dreams e call CAF Confederation e kokoye magic e no de omo e kokoye ho enti FA Cup ne de semi-finals Kotoko semi-finals, 1 game to the final. Bet me, Edioma ball, aqua GBM. Long-term plan. League need any by long-term plan. I think say Zito, ebet me abua kumase Santikolo. Especially with players a wohono. Let nobody lie to anybody. Say players a wo Asantiko Tokosisiano. They are bad. They are not. They are not. Crack. Good players. Very good players. Just that. A coach, and went to me the best out of players are on one case or hene on one case no say these are best players are a bit me a book Masia Santikotoko. Muma me kwana me conform mumra and on one conform mobile. A drew maybe no near moku or be 3 weeks and on your most starting tokwa and any or the queen.
But that's it. We'll come back to that story, but there's also a very pressing story I'll say you're dealing with and saying your time not as soon. Yes, Mukai said it's about 3 weeks, right? And a Ghana Athletics released a statement on suspension of some individuals. Indeed, there were 2 letters on release here. One, two individuals I almost say on more suspended. In fact, one of the individuals also I responded to the release from the GA. Public statement by Jeffrey Nkrumah on false allegations and defamatory publications by Ghana Athletics Association and media outlets. But it's a Ghana Athletics Association view. And as a person would be, you're not going to say it's a GA. Okay. It's a GA. I have recently been informed about the press release issued by the Ghana Athletics Association on the 27th March 2025 and published by various media outlets. The Ghana Athletics Association alleged that I have engaged in misconduct which includes sexual abuse of athletes and minors. The Ghana Athletics Association has publicly announced that my membership with the organization has been suspended due to the ongoing investigations into the allegations. This is really the issue. Kwesi?
Let me say issue. Unyana. Now wait to me. Because I think that there's a bit of misinformation. And yes, but for now, no. I'm saying now we need the second one on the when I'm sending no. Okay. On the sexual abuse no. Because in that one,
these allegations are untrue, baseless, and damaging to my hitherto untarnished reputation. But I think that the release by the GA concerning Jeffrey didn't mention sexual abuse. No. Misconduct maybe, but sexual abuse, no. And I think Jeffrey got it wrong there. But we want to get him on the line. ABN letter on trauma, no. Sexual abuse so that he can then explain to us.
Yes.
What really was
okay,
contained in it.
So it means that they were given separate letters.
Absolutely.
For their ban. No?
Absolutely.
So how did those letters get to them in the first place? And then because clearly
my Collins mame the first letter from G, so that we are all clear in our minds. In fact, we have read it and we even discussed it in our editorial.
Oh, yes.
They didn't mention sexual abuse. In fact, the sexual abuse one is a separate.
Is a separate one.
Matter altogether.
Bawa deal with that one.
Yes,
already.
Sure, yeah.
Bawa deal with that one, and we said clearly that, and we even made a distinction that day when we did the program.
Absolutely.
Made a distinction that there were two separate letters, and that all the letters were not referring to the same people.
But the letters were not even on the same day or 2 days. There was a day interval between the two releases.
But you see, one is no longer there. One of the letters, no, it is no longer there. So
it's no longer where
on the
GA's
page. The one on the
abuse,
sexual abuse, no.
Okay.
Uko GA page one.
Yes,
you not find that letter.
Okay.
Yes, you not find that letter there. So probably we say issues of that nature, no.
Complex.
Very complicated.
Complex.
Yes, it's your sexual harassment and sexual abuse there. Actually, see, I know a thing. Especially when you don't have all the facts. Yes.
But I even think they dealt with it well in the writing.
Oh, yes. I don't know if you have it.
So I'm trying to get it and
I'm trying to
get it. Okay. So we will try and connect with Jeffrey, and see how we can deal with this matter.
Yes, on the side of the story.
Yes. It's important, man, fair hearing. But I'm for Kim. Bogey. Abrante in any minute through demo on the year operations manager. Bogey a free more in some very sad circumstances. Nidiankasa James Kweku Lamina with film operations manager Edema through demo Bogey a free more until we there. Yenina through demo for anemona Yamashibusefuni na Yako. Very, very sad story indeed. Free Endra, me boys ni post. I was surprised. Very, very much surprised about.
And there's some match on Saturday. I'm called Bowo. I think Teshi.
Yeah.
They want to win 3-1. In Tomba, no some more. The Sports Stadium.
So usually hono museum no bia afano kwan. Minim de buy. It's really sad. Really sad. Busiafo we dey mamo yako kase pa. All right, macho yana. So when we get him, we will deal with that story. We will deal with that story briefly. But I think that he's gotten it wrong. I don't know how GA will respond to this. And I will say we can respond to being here. They only refer you to the letter to say, look, if not accuse you of any sexual abuse, what we say is that, if I explain it here, he's dealing with some athletes. Anyhow, all my athletes know, say from Crown National Camp, and how he's carrying himself as an official of GA to some schools and some stakeholders outside this republic. And I think that that should settle the matter. Maybe I know further issues and come clarifying in
yeah, of course. Actually, they said on the ban or not say on theater now. they've not up to now been given a fair hearing. They've not been called to give their side of the story. Any idea? So I think the lawyers actually come about.
Okay.
Through email, they've not responded. They tried to send directly to them. They didn't receive it. Any idea? So they are also looking at it from that angle. But I tried to let him know that the letter not much about the sexual abuse in there. No names were mentioned. Their names were not mentioned in there. But you see, almost one point they say a lot of the media houses took both letters as one, and then did their stories indicating that those two people have been engaged in the sexual abuse.
Okay. So for the avoidance of doubt, the letter on safeguarding related investigation was released on 26th of March. And the letter on the release on the suspension of 2 individuals was released on the 27th. And I read, GA suspends 2 individuals from all Ghana athletics related activities. The Ghana Athletics, GA, the institution recognized by World Athletics, WA, and the Ghana government, that's the government of Ghana, to organize athletics track and field in Ghana, has suspended Mr. Wisdom Low and Mr. Jeffrey Nkrumah with immediate effect. They are subsequently barred from all GA-related activities, personal interactions, and athletics engagement pending the completion of the full investigations into allegations of undermining the authority of GA and bringing into dispute GA. The said actions which are against the spirit of the World Athletics Code of Conduct. So basically, there's nowhere abuse was referred to in this release. So if you open a Facebook page, where the issues of abuse, which did not refer to Jeffrey Nkrumah or Low in this one, where in fact no names were mentioned in this one. So this was dated 26th. The 27th letter is that where a ball or mutu dino in relation to their suspension from all GA-related activities.
But this letter is, let's put on record, this letter is no longer on the page of
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
No, but this letter mentioned abuse of sexual
abuse, but no names were mentioned.
No names were mentioned.
Yes.
No names were mentioned.
But you see, once the second letter, because this is 26, the other one was 27. So if you want to make an analysis of it, you would want to infer, say the 27th letter came because of the 26th one.
No, you can't make that inference. Because both letters had headings.
Yes.
First one, GA launches a comprehensive safeguarding related investigation.
Yes.
Second one, GA suspends 2 individuals from all Ghana athletics related activities and goes to state the entire or more suspended or more. So there's no way you can link the two.
I must say, one, I say, pending the completion of a full investigation into allegations of undermining the authority of GA and bringing into dispute GA. So it's mainly about undermining.
That's what they are investigating. And that's for that reason why they've suspended the 2.
Okay. So the actions have directly or indirectly facilitated the exploitation of athletes, whether based in Ghana and or foreign-based Ghanaian athletes. They are therefore notified to cease and desist from presenting themselves in any setting as representatives of Ghana athletics and or as licensed representatives of athletes from Ghana.
So this is the real issues with the 2 names dropped. It has nothing to do with the earlier letter. Indeed. If you think as a journalist, this letter gives you a lead into the first letter and you want to connect the daughter, you do further investigations into the matter.
Sure.
And as a journalist, it is fair to do And that's all our job is about, to link things, to put things together. That makes sense. So if you want to do this, you cannot look at this on the face value and go ahead to make. So I don't think that GA is at fault in any way in relation to these two letters. And maybe a journalist who is trying to put a link together, NISR, and the individual cannot blame GA for that.
Now, must see GA sa letter na from page.
The sexual abuse one. Yes.
Okay, so I think that's good. Maybe they may have a reason why. Maybe we have to investigate that and bring that to our listeners later.
Because Mr. Nkrumah's letter also make a reference to the 27th letter. The 27th.
No, not the 26th.
Not the 26th.
And the 27th letter,
there was nothing about
sexual abuse.
Yes.
Maybe the closest word that can even draw some exploitation.
Yes.
The only word in there that maybe remotely suggest anything. Exploitation.
Because also they are accusing that Ghana Association, Athletics Association, allege that I have engaged in misconduct, which includes sexual abuse of athletes and minors.
Interestingly, as you are speaking, the sexual one is back.
It's back.
Yes.
And the Muti
is back.
Okay.
It's back.
Oh,
the Ghana Athletics Association.
President Bauer, good morning to you.
So I say, I think sir,
it was just me only. It was just that the set is no to me only.
Me only, okay.
So I know it's back.
Public.
Yes, public.
But I think sir, Orion Nkrumah. So Samba being with this response. Be making justice to them.
Even for his own letter, he referred to G as Ghana Athletics Association, which is a non-existent association.
Yes.
Now the name of Ghana Athletics is Ghana Athletics.
Yes.
I'm sure that say me and my education. I know that idea.
Oh yeah, afraid.
No, me my education.
And he was a good friend.
Yes. Oh, me they know say they no. Be do it.
You be tiemu. I said the identity
no, and I will tell you because I told him.
No, but some people feel that when you do that, as soon as a person can,
yeah,
you get it.
Yeah. Me, I told you point blank say, without mentioning words that nowhere in the letter that talked about the sexual abuse where your name's mentioned.
Absolutely.
Nowhere in it.
And interestingly, I don't know if I should say this. After the show, we had further engaged because we wanted to follow the story.
Exactly.
So we further engaged our sources.
Yes.
MID no
exactly.
So we know who are involved.
Yes.
IADHD.
Yes.
So there's nowhere your name even comes up.
No.
Yes.
In that conversation.
So let me also put on record say, as part of getting to the bottom of this story, many wisdom law. One say two names, Oral wisdom law, no, or based in United States of America.
Jeffrey said based in the UK.
Or also UK. Menena kasa. Or also say first the 27th letter ne bo ni di ni nsemo mo kafa ni huni nyine bie ni ho awaye.
Okay.
The bie ni ho awaye. Just that or true letter. Ede akoma GA for retraction and apology.
No, what mean trust a letter because in the letter from GA, almost you are suspended, but they are investigating. So what we will require from GA is that Committee Club International should give the two fair hearing. No, omunti omasem. If omasem uma, you leave the suspension.
Because
if omasem nima, the suspension goes on.
Because onuse na asat menene kasa.
They have not heard from them.
The story broke is that in fact or requesting po say memfa statement na GA buy no enfema no which I did and say the lawyers steady statement they will send a response to GA and the response in the they will wait for GA's response to their letter and sana interview.
Okay.
So I'm thinking says because last week me sana ne kasai or says the person no is the reason why tia on my back so near bekasa. Or see the reason why on near bekasa is that statement ne ba ha president Emma G esan be kasa wa ha so ati ase ebe kasa wa ha Emma one fancy wo osan bo ni din kura e wo ni interview no mo ye no Emma oto aso kan say dia athlete bi wo US onu timi ko ekoka kire mu school say mo mu nyae omo e mo mu ma o se sa de no onye da.
Okay. So what would for what they can say also GA for no come to come as set up no so many investigations to give them fair hearing.
Yes, and I think yes.
Can say it was more
live the ban, yes,
and tosuma let's be a 1 year or 6 months that is speculated. That is told them well as it stands suspension any limit be a
bet me forever.
We've been told say this be suspended before how many months, how many years we don't know.
Yeah.
So I think that we need. And now how many members of the association?
Oh, they are.
The two of them.
So if they weren't, the GA would not have any cost. Now I'm telling you, GA will not ban name.
No, they can issue a statement. Men can be.
No, but that's different from ban and hearing my side and investigating me.
It is different from suspension.
Yes,
completely different from suspension.
You are suspending me. It means that I'm part of you. You are suspending me.
In fact, sir, committee no matter requirements. I'm a member. You can't even call me to come. I won't come.
Yes.
You don't have any authority to call me to come. All right. You call airlines. So name T4. Equine number 0551 56391 0555 65727. So didn't be afraid.
Hello. Good morning, Winnie.
Good morning, sir.
Tumi.
Atuba you.
Winnie.
Bra.
So we until we Asempa. Because the Liverpool for when I saw also suspending the Kakra.
On say be mathematically impossible for us not to really know. On car on mamu
oh suspending on the Kakra. Me patro me come myself so. Me patro about prosper we. Yeah. You are seeing from the big club only physical trainer.
ANC. A basic requirement.
But you know that is what was going on in Kotobo. In case you after 60 minutes, no my break.
But that's also a responsibility of the coach to make sure say or physical trainer.
Not technical, physical win you. And so by no performance. Well, they gave him too much room to operate. Well, and any problem no. Upamo 22 players. Top players here abroad. Now you want to me performing. Medas.
Atomi so medas na me nshira. Me so didn't be afraid.
If I'm Maxwell I get to 5.
Max into you.
Na ateta ni players no bia ho ye de.
Omu nyina ho ye. Hwe enti boni bia.
Ye de radio ahwe.
Any PSG na ebo.
Oh. You beat me. It's ready. We say as such on your match.
Yeah.
Then Crystal Paris.
We can give some that batch or time to rest.
Oh, okay. Now, me I was saying, ask me a bit where the fifth. Yeah, right. Right now, come for. Ask me a bit where the fifth. Okay, say a bit where the and Brenya, big club, a pamu coach, coach, party, and the Benny. Maybe who is any news to me. Because now last season said Barcelona, almost former player, almost legend, because here almost unified. Yeah, who's there? And Samayana, if he Kochogum, a banner, and a niña, and only players Nikuta who deal with players, and only players because I say, Rob, say, I'm passes on it here, the enemy also in the coach, you want to be to Macon anymore. Say, sanity, dear. Human relationship, no. Me sure say me the coach ni bitu makoneni na hasi for yempanyi for no mo twende
yes na pressure ba
masa na coach no nya
ogumi ko na pressure ba no so
Brenya we feed you several times maka cho say hasi matches ya na ti bomb so ne rehwe me nkan cho de bia na me ti omo mu defend Watala ya top player ma Watala me pa che wo na see 2 players when I can solve problem near time out me pa chewo sento say na nsinte be sign no pa to when o ka so pe no sign ma no Brenya what the board na chi ache coach ben pa na season the place open na nsa ka omo coach ben me pa che me new team I support to England Ateta wouldn't say Partey to Ateta enye Ateta and top party but ya dey ba no so le pa I want to Partey hu ja
Partey there Ateta heavily involved in this arrival.
Yes, but Ateta no and the class of Monsign Partey no direct because who say na Partey fi Atletico Madrid no one you might be Arsenal or no yes ade ni nyina no me say Partey mra that coach is adwuma no to me say because to me digu ni defend Watala nye yan sign players aman no me pa cho anyo no recruitment on one no ka say players yam no po betumi no ma adwuma enkoye yan kan che Watala say enkoye Watala ye change kura hu ni team hu ne nine improvement bi na ya ma Watala chance pa mi wo coach ya ma ne chance le heart say Watala da
yo me da say mama wish Akosua J of TV3 a happy birthday oye nyina ya die nyina Akosua J of TV3 first or GTV Sports Plus home and a or TV3 3 Sports nti Akosua J nyame nhira bebre me friend on live location yeah
mentiase
ntiase so ntiase
onene fino no ho
live location
me patcho nti
na me no same hotel o
Ivory Coast
na okokruma so he no do asem live location
okay nti me pamcho Ghana for madie nyina
nti efi me Isaac Asempa Prince Baby, my kasa. No, have open the mic talk.
Sorry, Ujane
Kalo.
Na Dana Ishia Elom no. Busan, your mother, she's called Akosua. Just no, she's called Laurentia Akosua J. Laurentia Akosua J. Happy birthday.
All right, Tamimu is asone your birthday, and I'm nua Abeku success, Abeku highest MC, and that's your birthday. Abeku, you know how we do it. I mean, sure, baby. Mr. Odin be afraid.
Ohene-Bampoe.
Radio, no Ubumaso. Oh. Oh, we question also be some in here. Yanko.
That is right.
Who are dumb.
Yo. Asempa.
Ayotia.
Yo, kache se me bona baso. Arsenal adwuma no waye ni yi. Waye ni yi pa. Baby okoda here Arsenal match no. Yes, na okoda Ghana League no sa. Because we share kwan Asempa kan ya CB we Madrid sama Arsenal yi Madrid de fima na Asempa wa adwuma na oduma adwuma no so no enyanwanwa because na ka say e pam ni da na Watala de menim o so fit to go on
Ivory Coast
yeah ebia na oba no sisan niam ba because me who has coach a bon say coach we da
me that say we say me final colony be afrefi
na we easy take a free table like
easy
bravo nya and say coach is no and say obi a want target out the sign club na I thought say ogum na oba betele and Watala suba for rebuilding. If my memory set me right, and I'm boy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know be or rebuild the team. Now, ordinary compare will be on Wajil League. I was out for second as well. Yeah, I kind of my. Yeah, you play
me that say, infancy, na yenko. And HappySports yedi SCA. Happy Kasebo and Eba. That's all so.